The hour is rolled over. Finally. And let's just go ahead. Squeeze our audience and get into the game here. So we're outside the junk heap. Please don't milk cry. I make no promises. Also, I think it bears saying out loud that there's going to be another community goal this month. It would be already ready now, but I can't find the prize. I have it somewhere on my computer. I have to find it. So probably by the next time I stream on Sunday, we'll have the community up, the community challenge up. It's not going to be a very high total because this is a thing that I've already done, so I don't have to put a lot of work into it. So why should you, right? So we're gonna put the total not too high, and it'll be like a nice little Christmas song. You know, what do you think of that? That'll be nice. You'll have someone to dump all your points. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've got 12k banked? Damn, you guys are rich. I'm starting to think I need more redeems and higher prices on them. You guys are gaining points faster than you're spending them. Hey, Slytherin. Sorry for being late. I had a meeting with my academic advisor because I want to switch majors. Keck. Oh, well, that's awesome.
I'm going to need some memory alloy.
He's going to need some memory
enemies
alloy.
On the second basement level have them.
You got it.
By the way, what can I help you with?
Okay. Well, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine here. Also, I'm a samurai. Well, I feel like, a dad joke redeem. I would run out of dad jokes and I'd have to start stealing them from Cortana. Right? Like, what's the jolliest sea creature? The Santa Ray. That you get that one for free. Am I supposed to take an elevator? I mean, I don't know. The X is here. We'll just go here. We'll just clean the place out. Oh, wow. We're doing back-to-back controls here.
The older lad. He was but a child.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
Thank you for the second hydrate in 5 minutes, Papa Beloaf. My peas salute you. Thank you for redeeming control. Papa Beatloaf wants me to pee my pants. I think so. Apparently, if I finish my diploma, I can get my Bachelor of Arts. Oh, good chat. Degree without taking a minor, so I'll probably not switch and just put on my big girl undies and finish it. We stand big girl undies in this stream, so I believe in you. I'm supposed to take a drink? Oh, I said to waste your points. I did say that. That's true. Okay, that's fair. I did take a drink, though. I did do it. Also, there are no words to get down here, so we can turn Kaine and Emil on. Which I
give it all you got.
I think about doing that a lot, so it's nice to be able to every once in a while. I think it's really stupid that if Emil and Kaine get the killing blow on a shade, you don't get a word drop out of it. That's kind of counterintuitive. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. Yeah, it's not my favorite. My pee-pee poo-poo salute. The pee-pee poo-poo salute. Yeah, so like I was saying, there's going to be a channel, how come I never can say this? What's wrong with me? There's going to be a community challenge.
I detect not a whit of intelligence.
As soon as I can find the song that I'm giving away,
who cares
we'll
if
put
it's
it up.
smart when it can smash you into a pancake?
I do like getting smashed into a pancake.
No mere machine can hope to prevail against our intelligence and skill.
Wow, thanks, book. I feel so much better already.
I'm looking for words when I can't make words. Salient observation, Slytherin. It's very true. You burned your fingy. What's the matter with you? Who told you to do that? Who made that suggestion at you? Whoever it was does not have your best interests at heart. And I, for one, think they're a doo-doo head. No, I know. It's a harsh thing to say. But no, I feel pretty confident about it. I peel confidently an apple a day. This is going to be a rough stream, guys. We're in trouble. A PP doo-doo head, yeah. I'm glad you're staying on brand better than I am, bro. You take it. I'm not helping you cook spaghetti squash like you asked me to. Did you ask me to? I don't know about all that. Pretty sus. When do we get to see more of the costumes? On consequent playthroughs. You know? We're doing the samurai for this playthrough. I should have had it from the very beginning, but I'm... what the French call... dim. I'm a little... I lack the foresight. There really aren't that many costumes either, by the way. There's a Kabuki costume set, and then there's the NieR Automata costume set. And then there's this costume set, so we'll see them all. Yeah. Espiche, that's how you say that, right? Espiche d'idiot. I'm really good at French, as you can tell. And my Portuguese is pretty good. Pretty high Portuguese man over here. I'm not like a man of Portuguese descent. I'm saying I'm the man, the language man. So much culture in this stream. You bet. You bet. I'm like a yogurt that has been left out in the sun for several days. Very, very cultured. Look, Pip Mimi, we're getting so many broken items. We're going to be able to solve so many problems. Very exciting. Let me switch to a different weapon. I'm feeling kind of saucy down here. We'll do some spears. You're not ready for that amount of bacteria? It is a lot for some people, you know. Especially me, I have like a really low immune system. Portuguese Howard, exactly. I am Portuguese Howard. Look at my motherfucking power. Right? Yeah, we did it. Which game do I like better? NieR Automata Tomato or Replicant? Also, welcome to the stream, Radioactive Chimp, and thank you for the follow on the last stream. Very cool move. Honestly, I like this one better. NieR Automata, don't get me wrong, NieR Automata is objectively a better game. It is. It is. But I like the story for this game better. I do. I like the story, I like the characters, I like the stakes, you know? They're spicier. You like bad games, period? Well, you're in good company. I play a lot of bad games. I've almost gotten the Platinum Trophy in Jump Force. Highlight of my career. You know? Just about ready to hang up my hat. Was that all in here? That was it, huh? Okay, well, we've cleared the floor. I guess we can go down one more. Show those robots what's up. Who's boss? Make sure to brag on Facebook and then become a hermit. Well, I'm already a hermit. But I will brag on Facebook. It's funny, too. I'm in a... I mention often that I'm in a game trading group in my local... like, in my city on Facebook. But there's, like, an offshoot group specifically for, like, trophies and achievements. And, like, you're supposed to... Essentially, the way the format goes is once you've platinumed a game... You announce that you platinumed it. You say which, like, platinum it is, like what number. Like, this is your 50th one or whatever. And then you write a little blurb, like a little review about the game, how easy it was to platinum, whether it was good or not, whether it's worth the money and time investment. And, you know, that's what you do. And I have the most... For the Jump Force, perfect game. I have the most in the group for now. There's a guy who's really hustling. And we have different standards. But he's only 30 platinums away from me now. He's going to catch up, because I haven't done anything for like 2 months. You know? He's going to lap me. Then I won't be the king anymore. The crown... Stop it! The crown will be wrested from my head. Oh, we got a sub too, Radioactive Chimp. You're being so nice to me. Thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. And it was with Prime, too. Take that, Bezos. Take that, Bezies. I appreciate you. Welcome to the PP Poo Poo Squad. That's a working title. I'll change it later. You know, enjoy the emotes. We've got some. We got a few emotes. We got a placeholder image, because we'll change that later too, obviously. Did I take the elevator? I did. We've also got some Yikes Forever from Little Misfortune. Very happen and mean. Yeah, we got an Apple Do. And we've got Dr. Kumbotnik. You don't have to worry about him. Don't ask any questions about Dr. Kumbotnik. That's just who he is. You know? Welcome. Welcome to the best decision you've made in the last 20 minutes. Where am I going? Is this not where to go? Is this just a dead end down here? Am I not somebody who deserves more than this? The door's broken. Ah, you're also welcome to join the Discord too, of course. Can I choose my floor? I think we just have to leave. There's probably like a real way down, but my my cholesterol is really high, and as a result, I can't see it on the map. So I'm just gonna leave, and then I'm gonna take the outside elevator back into the building. You know, like a pro gamer. There's a sweet Coomer channel. Are we advertising the Coomer channel? You're new to my streams, but you've been following the YouTube channel since my Dynamite Heady LP. Yep, there it is. There's another one. That's really cool. Thank you. that's something. I was just joking in I think the last stream that we did that everyone who like sticks around is people who watched me before. Like any actual new person, except for Nikki, just kind of slides off. They disappear. There's something about me that just doesn't click with today. But welcome aboard. Happy to have you, Radioactive Chimp. Very appreciative of the support in any way that you choose to give it. And we're all from the old YouTube. Slides off like the Coomer channel. I mean, you know, you guys have been pretty well behaved in the Coomer channel. There's like one photo in there that's like, ooh, I don't know, does that count? Can I not go down here either? Oh my god. But I beat this already. But guys, I beat it already. I've already beaten it. How am I lost again? What's going on? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm assuming the ones with an outline are elevators. Hey, Frontier Jazz. Good job becoming a monster hunter in NieR. Well, you know, I do what I can. I don't like to brag. Can I just get up here without pushing the box? No. Well, Jazz, you've caught me with my pants down, metaphorically speaking. You're not going to believe this, but I'm a little bit lost in the game I'm playing. Yeah, I think you're allowed to use guys. I'm not really like an authority on other people, but I'm okay with it. Wait, was this? Now I'm dying. That was the elevator we used before, right? Hang on. Are we doing a pants check? Okay, we'll do the same. You know, we'll put the knees up. I've got pants on this time, and Christmas socks. There you go. Get some socks. Now there's a rumor going around that I injured my foot. And, you know, it's fake news. False. False information. But not even down. False advertising. I said metaphorically. Ah, see, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gasoline. I was just in the wrong elevator. You just realized that Kaine walks weird, like she's front heavy? You know, she Naruto runs. Nobody's perfect. Heavy for sure. No, it's fine. This game. Okay, no, that's cool. Let's go to Basement 2. Whatever. No, I'm over it. I don't even care. Basement 2. Naruto run is proven to be faster. The last ninja said so. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? I think I saw the video you're talking about. He did like he was on gravel. He like pushed his weight forward, and it allowed him to run quickly and quietly, right? Is that where a brother died? Wait, did he die this time?
The brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling.
Yes.
Do you think he was ever truly happy?
He did die.
Just
That is
making
what
his
happened.
little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
I actually don't remember what Papa NieR's commentary is for that part, because he wouldn't talk about being a brother, would he? He would talk about being a papa. Just you wait until I Naruto run, you'll never see it coming. I'll never see it coming. I mean, that's fine. There's like, I don't know, I need like a hyperbolic time chamber. You know, because there's a part of me that desperately, so badly, oh, we're doing this again, so desperately wants to do a full series marathon of the Breath of Fire series. You know, Nikki's lurking? Okay, well, do what you gotta do. I'll still be here. I want to do all the Breath of Fire games. But I also want to do all the SMT games that I own. Minus the Persona games, because I cannot play through them again. Jesus. And it just feels like there's not enough time to do all that. Because there's constantly, like, Pokemon coming out and PlayStation thing. You know? What am I supposed to do? Do I just have a totally baller one-handed sword? No, it's a spear. It's a Dragoon Lance, actually. It's actually a giant sewing needle that we found on the ground. Stream keeps buffering. Don't do anything cool for a minute? Okay. It's looking okay on my screen, though. Oh, Slytherin is, roasting me? That's fine. That's fine. I don't need you anyway. Coming at me like this. Alright, well, it's good that I didn't need any of that, I suppose. You know? Although I've already forgotten where I've come from, so. It's not a sword, it's just another kind of bullet. Yeah, I'm glad that you pay attention to what I'm saying. A lot of the times it feels like no one listens to me. And, you know, 50 points. 50 points to House Jazz. So, I'll say it again, because more people keep coming in. Is unsubbing a thing that can be done? Yeah, actually. Yeah, it is. If you make another sword equals bullet rant, I really want some. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. It's Jazz. Jazz did it. Unsub from him. No. I'm just going to say again, because more people keep coming in here. I sang a cover of, you know, the Grinch, that Grinch song. You know the one about the Grinch song. And I'm gonna put that up as a community challenge reward as soon as I can find it. The sexy one? I don't know. It's the "You're a mean one." That one? I did that one a while ago, so it's not new. But no one's heard it. You know, so I'm gonna put that up as a community challenge for December. You know, it's a Christmassy song. I've been hanging on to it until now. It's not gonna be terribly expensive. So, oh, you can meet the Grinch at Universal right now, and to be honest, I kind of kind of would dig being roasted by him. You know, we get what we give. That's what I take away from it. Boris Karloff, known sexy man. Grinch has got that dad bod. He's got the original dad bod, doesn't he? He was working it before we even knew we wanted it. Masochist tendencies increase. Hurt me, Daddy Grinch. Apparently the original Grinch song was sung by the voice of Tony the Tiger. That's... I'm not gonna say it. But you know what I was gonna say. You can just think it. Right? It's super obvious. It's below even me, but I just want you to know. Is that where that art comes from? Stop it! Stop making me fall in holes. I don't want it. I don't. You know, I've written strongly worded letters to my Congress people about how I don't want it. NieR is dead forever. No, he's just been lavaed a little bit. You know? It's not unusual to be lavaed by anyone. But it doesn't mean I have to like it. Oh, hopefully these materials are enough to at least get one of the side quests done. Goodness me. This is giving you silver flashbacks? What do you mean? It's no use. Is there anybody in here? Ah, yeah, there's somebody in here. Look, the important thing is that we do it, because then I can just farm in here later and get everything I need for the next stream. Silver and his psychic billiards. You know, that's probably one of the nicest Sonic games I've ever played. It's so nice. You know, you get to learn a lot more about the lore of Sonic the Hedgehog, you know? Like, Mobius is very different from our world. At least it's not Kingdom Hearts. I don't have to watch a 3-minute cutscene after a failed boss fight. Well, I'm happy that you mentioned it, because we're going to be marathoning the entire Kingdom Hearts series right after this. You know? From start to finish. Not actually. We're not doing that. I lied. Oh, it's a big boy. Hello, big boy. What are the buttons again? Oh, there it is. Okay, easy. Oh, kind of killed him already. But I got some memory alloy. That's what we wanted, right? That's, you know, something. It's progress. Even Dream Drop Distance. I don't know. I got the all-in-one collection, and I don't know which games are only cutscenes. Do any of you know which games are only cutscenes? I think Chain of Memories and 358 Days Over 2 are only cutscenes. But I'm not totally certain. Is there another one? Is Dream Drop Distance playable in the all-in-one collection? Who can say? Is it even Mobius? Wasn't Station Square Mobius? I don't know. Oh, we leveled up. I love that there's a game series we're having this conversation about. The card game one, I'm too stupid to finish. Yeah, I think that's Chain of Memories, right? Are you saying you love that there's a series where they've taken games from the series and it's just cutscenes? Jesus Christ. Can I get a closer bomb, please? Wait, can I just model push it? Get away! There we go. Yes, and it's not by Kojima. I like that the devs were basically just like, yeah, no, it's, no one's gonna play these. But the story's important, so we should at least get that. You know? That shows a lot of confidence. That shows that you've really created something special. When you have to actually pair the game part out of it. To make the overall experience an enjoyable one. The bomb is rude. Made Voyager miss my question. Oh, shoot. Shoot and shit. Hang on. If things are going to start coming out of the walls, much like me. So, when's a good time to interrupt the game, by the way? Should I give you an hour? Oh, you can do it whenever you'd like. There's no wrong moment. That's the nature of it. You know? You can do it right now. And then I just have to finish this minecart ride without fighting any enemies and getting their collectibles. That's totally something you can do. Characters with lifelike dialogue. Did you know when 358 Days Over 2 came out, I started it at least 12 times. Because I would play for like half an hour and then have an existential crisis and stop. But I'd still want to know what happened, so I'd start again. You only wanted to play the sexy org members? You only wanted it to play the sexy org members. Can you in that game? Can you play as them? I don't even know. I have it on the DS. None of the times I started it. The furthest I got was Agrabah, which I think is like the first Disney place you can go. For whatever reason, I was not feeling it. You know? Tragedy, really, because I'm sure it's just an amazing game. You know, the zenith of Square Enix's accomplishments. People don't really say words like zenith anymore, do they? I'm bringing it back. Zenith. Zenith Copeland. I need you to plant a seed. Oh, I'm canceled again. What can you do? What can you do about it? You'll do it when you're done with your project unless someone else does it first. Okay, that's, you know, compromise. We like that. Get these robots. I only wanted it... Okay, I read that one. Zenith is probably a character in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. No, you need the letter X in there. Papa Beatloaf, tell us what happens in 358 days. The resident Kingdom Hearts expert. He is too, isn't he? Actually, I think the resident Kingdom Hearts expert is Fluffnir. But he only comes in here to tell me that whatever I'm playing is bad, so... I don't know if we're going to get anything out of him. Alright, cool. We've finished the Time Waster Hallway. Always a treat. You're going to be video editing on the side. Hey, D! Welcome. This is the good, bad game. Yeah, it's an amazing game with bad gameplay all the time. Your favorite org member was Zexion, and looking at him, it's surprising to no one. Oh, hey, it's another Robotman. Alright, we're going to get him. Are you editing more Minecraft, D? Wow, what a baby. Look at that. So weak to magic. So weak. That's titanium alloy. I was hoping for some memory alloy, but that's fine. Well, that's exciting. We do love the Minecraft. Where did the music go? The music got tired. Did I kill the music? Oh, the Final Fantasy VII stream that we did 2 days ago. I put it into a highlight. I exported it to YouTube, and it took until today to finish processing. I don't know what happened. YouTube had a stroke. Like, it was not capable. It wasn't. Why don't I understand this map? Okay, what's behind me here? Cloud and address is too powerful. Yeah, it's a lot to render, you know. So I've done the editing, you know, I've cut out the preamble, and now it is currently processing once again, and then I can make it public once it is done processing. You know, just in case there's anybody out there who's like, where's my VOD, Pale? How come you didn't upload it to YouTube before the next stream? You're so irresponsible. How come you haven't gotten married yet? When are you going to make me some grandkids, you know? And I don't have answers to most of those questions, but I thought that I would at least let you know what happened to the VOD. You know? There we go. We got some more titanium alloy. My mom is YouTube. Actually, my mom has given up on the idea of me ever doing anything, you know? I think she's just happy that I'm around. It's good enough. You know, lower your standards, and you won't be disappointed. Okay. Where are we here? Okay, side hallway. I can dig side hallway. If I can get another memory alloy before we get out of here, I'll say thank you. Yeah, I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. I'll say thank you. Wait, this doesn't feel safe. If I ever do make a dumb decision like getting married, I'm just eloping? Like cantaloping? I want to watch it because I went to sleep before it ended. Okay, that's fair. That's a good reason. What else did we look here? What else did we not look at, I meant? With my words. Sometimes I struggle with my word cavern. You're never getting married? I mean, no, that's fine. That's a totally valid choice. And I'm not just saying that because it's also the choice that I've made, whether voluntarily or not. And, it's cool. Marriage is a scam anyway, man. Oh, there's the gate. Okay, let's see if we can make it there. I don't really trust that we can. We'll give it a go. Corner shot. Got him. No, that wasn't controversial at all, dude. You know, I only say neutral things here. I'm never an edgy boy, ever. You rather enjoy being married? Oh, I'm sure. You know, it's fantastic. Well, I've created a civil war in the chat, which means it's definitely Thursday. Is there anything in here? Probably a big robot, right? Yeah, it's a big robot. How do I find a man that I don't hate? Well, what is it that you hate about mans, usually? What are the usual things? Because if it's something like they breathe, then, you know, I suggest waiting until the future and get some robots. No, but I want the other one, though. Give me the memory alloy, because I need it in real life. My memory is bad. No respect. Robot marriage, robot marriage. I mean, the men here are typical Albertan charmers. You probably know what that means. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Pickup truck, love hockey. They only speak truck. Cowboy hat, right? Maybe they only wear plaid. They have a farm. They think going to the pub every day is a good plan. Am I nailing it? I think I'm nailing it. Except for the hockey part? Okay, well. You know, there's bound to be some cultural differences, right? It's only a matter of time. Alberta's the one above Montana, right? Yep, that's the one. We are Maple, Texas. You know? Oil and gas industry, cattle, cowboys, right? What else do we have? Racism. Yeah, that's the other one. We got that one too. Whew. A lot of that. What about the Alberta women? I don't know. None of them like me. Probably because I don't have a pickup truck. Maybe I'll find better luck if I ever move to BC like I wanna. Oh, probably. Probably. You'll run in with more like nerds and hipsters in BC, I think. Can't find any gay Albertan women. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Rare breed out here. Not that I'm generally looking for gay Albertan women, but you know. Alberta also has that weird accent that isn't really an accent as much as this like gravelly but somehow nasal old man voice. Do I have that? Am I kicking that off? It sounds kind of nice. Slytherin, you do not have an old man voice. Slytherin has like this smoky vocal fry. It's really something. I doesn't have it, and which is weird because I was born and raised in Calgary, Alberta. You know, the city of cows. And for whatever reason, I don't seem to have a Canadian accent. Don't know why. Let's go to the rodeo. Let's go to the rodeo, partner. So now comes the problem. Much like those, I make a stupid Cotton Eye Joe joke almost every stream, don't I? The point is, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I've been. I guess we just leave, right? That's probably the right answer, because the whole point was to find a memory alloy. You think you're thinking of the other side of Canada? It seems like pronunciation of sorry is how you can tell something. Yeah, I say sorry instead of sorry. Although I do kind of alternate sometimes. I will say sorry. Yeah, I know all the tricks. Oh, the depths. We haven't been to the depths. Let's check those out. See if we can get down there for free. For me, I can always pick a Canadian with how they say words like house. The OU part is very distinct. I've learned that about people from, like, the eastern side of America. Like Maryland, Virginia, like that kind of space. They pronounce their O's weird. I don't really think I can reproduce it, but it's like an O-U-R, like a U. You know? It's weird. Like mood. I don't know. But I hear it. It's distinct. The accent you're thinking of is the one that sounds like Norm Macdonald or Cephalon Samaras from Warframe. That was hard. I've never played Warframe. If you're thinking of like the typical like Canadian accent with the boot and the, you know, They sound like Wisconsinites, right? That's more towards the east. Out here we got more of a twang. You know what I'm saying? We're twanging up out here. Although, when you get to the rural, it's such a hard word to say, the rural parts of Alberta, you start to get, the Albertan accent is so weird. And it's strange that I can't really reproduce it, because I hear it all the time. Yeah, like Letterkenny, probably. Is it kind of like the Arizonan accent, where it's almost Texan but not? This is a dumb place for an enemy. What a dummy. I'm not really sure. I don't really know. If I go down to Nova Scotia, you can get a bastardized Irish accent. When I worked at a liquor store, this guy would come in all the time with a maritime accent, and I couldn't understand a single thing he said. Yeah, Newfies especially. Nova Scotia's pretty bad too. But the Newfoundlanders, they're almost imperceptible to the human ear. That's one of the most remote accents on Earth. They live in the negative zone. Their time zone ends in a 30. Nobody knows what their deal. Oh, I fell for it last time too, didn't I? Crumbs. Well, fuck. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to move to the door beyond. What do I do now? They're usually so talkative and it's just crickets in my head when they're talking. I was on a flight and I was sat next to a Newfie and he was also talking my ear off, for sure. I guess we're going to the surface. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to explore a bit more, but an anonymous hole in the ground has bested me once again. You know, isn't that always the case? Yeah, it was quite a flight. I was sat next to a Newfoundlander, and the seat was at the back, next to the bathroom.
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
Human arms. Slytherin.
You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary.
I need to work on getting the hole's name next time? I suppose. I suppose so. I'm not very good at meeting new people, or holes. Are we going to kill the baby? We did already. That's canon.
You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
In the first playthrough of this game, we kill everything, and we never get to understand what they are or who they are. They're just monsters to us. We just kill them. And now we find out that the monster was NieR all along. They're just trying to survive. They're just trying to get their bodies back.
Because we are friends.
Let them survive. Nope, he can't hear them. Unfortunate. Can this robot get up, though? Sure. They were just having some tummy time, you know? What the hell's the matter with me? Alright, well, we know where that elevator goes now, I guess. Let's go back and talk to One Brothers. That's the name of the shop now, One Brothers. And I guess give them the memory alloy that we actually want from a different side quest. Because the game didn't deign to give me 2 of them.
That's some pretty impressive stuff you found.
I know.
I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. And since
Okay.
you did me a favor, I won't even charge you for it.
Okay, D. Good luck. Like in the Jungle Book.
Well, actually, this is gonna take a little more time than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
No sense in you waiting around. I'll send you a letter once it's ready.
That would be great.
Okay. A lot of tummy time in the Jungle Book. That's true. Can we return this man's
Yes,
sanity?
we have some
No.
free time on our hands.
No, we can't. It's gone.
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
Okay, we're done at the junk heap for now. But before we move on, let's just take a quick look at our quests and see if we qualify for any of them. Like, even one of them would be fine. Nope. Nope. Oh. Okay, we got one. We got two. Okay, yeah, we can do two of them. Why the hell not? I'm not picky. Let's go to Facade really quick. And, wait, what was the other one? What did the other one want from me? Damaged map. That's in NieR's village, right? Kind of disappointed. It'd be fine if all of them were nope. I was kind of hoping that, just for the, for the comedy of it. It would have been pretty great. We spent all that time down there and accomplished nothing. That would have made me really happy. Did we save anyone? Will we ever? That's murky. Murky question, Jazz. I guess we've saved Shades? Yeah, save definitely goes in quotes, I think. For sure. Alright, we're gonna go to Facade first. That's the way this works. Or at least we're gonna try to. God damn it. It's... Oh, wait, no. Is he here?
Even when work is crazy busy,
good.
I always try to make it home in time to have dinner together with the wife.
They're built for it.
Anyway, enough about...
The piggies, they know what they know what they did. They know. They know what they did. The wife. Aw. Your encoder failed? No! Who told you to do that? I'm gonna give you the same shit I gave Papa Beatloaf. Who gave you that advice? Why is that what happened? Why is he Red Bag Man when he's obviously Boat Man? Because you keep the first title you're given, you know? Yes, enough about you, Bag Man. I've had enough. You know, it would be fine if he had more than one note, you know, but his only note is like, ah, my wife sucks, you know? Get a second characteristic. I guess a third, since he has the red bag, right? Dude, that would happen to me so often when I would, like, edit videos. Back when editing videos was a thing I did. You know, back then. The encoding would fail, the rendering would fail. I'd lose, like, hours. Just hours of editing. The worst. Rodney Dangerfield already took your shtick, man? He did. And I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it right back. Did you know that there was a movie called Rover Dangerfield where it's just Rodney Dangerfield as a dog, like, trying to fuck stuff and, like, sing about things? And it's a cartoon for children?
I got what
Alright, dope.
I'll let him know.
Okay, so that's one taken care of. Was he already dead? Not by the time that movie came out. By the time I take it back, for sure. By the time we throw it back, absolutely. There's a movie called Hachi, aka the Japanese dog Hachi, and it's starring all white people. Oh no! Oh dear! Alright, hey, I'm
I got the
back.
materials you needed. Not that I have any idea how they're supposed to be helpful.
He has a whole song about how he would never take a piss on a Christmas tree. That's real. That's real. He made that song. You guys could watch the movie. And for whatever reason, I told people about this movie throughout my life, and no one believes me that it's real. They think I'm just making it up. Like, I saw it in, like, a fugue state. Okay, so the machine oil loosens the grime, while the eggplant absorbs it. I can then use the goat hide to repair the damaged section. See, this is nice. It's nice seeing what all the bullshit I'm collecting actually gets used for, right? Because, like, most of these NPCs just do a MacGyver. Like, you know, I need, like, a royal fern, 2 eggplants, and an upside-down cactus in order to, you know, make this hat for you. And it's like, why? How? What? How do those make a hat? Rover Dangerfield was a fever dream, yeah. Yeah, Rover Dangerfield is a story about a dog who's owned by a stripper, right? Is she a stripper or a prostitute? I don't know. With an abusive boyfriend. And Rover tries to protect her from this abusive boyfriend. And the abusive boyfriend's like, no, I'm abusive. So they send him away to a farm. And he lives on this farm with farm dogs and animals. And they're all, you know, farm cultured. And he's like a big Hollywood city dog, right? So he's just rolling around like, hey, no respect at all. Woof, woof. You know, and they sing songs, and then he falls in love with the female farm dog, but then he has to go back home for some reason because his stripper owner, like, got wise or so. I don't remember. It's a romantic comedy. They all have the same plot beats, but it's dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this looks great. Let's get it back to the client.
Okay, we got the treasure map back. That's good. Just making double sure that we, you know, have our tits about us. We're low on broken lenses, as you do. Even fewer broken motors than before. Does Rover become a steeplechaser at the end? I don't know. He does something. That sort of thing happens in every Rodney movie? Well, maybe then. Ryan told me some things and I said it wasn't worth watching. Oh, come on now. It's a classic. You know, it's the Fern Gully of its time. Alright, so we return to the village. And I think we return to the village once again, right? Yeah. Oh, not the movie. Sorry, I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff in chat. Let's see here. NieR, stop questioning the law, people. It's very rude. Speaking of no good decisions, Ryan watched the Cowboy Bebop movie. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And Slytherin was saying that she told me all about how bad it was. That's true. She did. It seems like a real shit show, which, for a live-action version of an anime, is so unheard of. That's weird, right? I mean, as we all know, live-action adaptations of animes and video games licensed after movies that just came out are usually the cream of the crop. They didn't understand the point of Cowboy Bebop. Shocking, I know. You like the live-action version of Bleach? I haven't seen it. I've only seen Death Note, and I feel like that was enough. I think that was all I needed. Was the live-action Bleach Japanese, or was it American? One watched it, and he didn't have too many issues beyond the absolute shit combat choreo. Well, he should talk to Slytherin, because she knows. She knows everything they did wrong, and then some. It was Japanese, that was probably alright. Not because it's Japanese, but because it comes from Japan. They would probably have a decent idea of what it's supposed to be like. You know? That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, everything from Japan is better. I just think, you know, if it was made there, they probably... Like, look at Old Boy. I'm absolutely stirring a hornet's nest here. Look at Old Boy. One of the best films of all time. I think that's true. And then Spike Lee, known for making really even-keeled films, did an adaptation of it and hadn't watched the original film. I think he had like a drunk dog recite the synopsis back to him underwater, and then he made his own Old Boy. Animation folded 1,000 times. Yep, that is the way. That is the way they do it in Japan. Jazz, you're really good with the callbacks. I appreciate you remembering all of our the stream lore. It makes me really happy. I mean, I don't think he'd defend it all that hard, but he's probably more forgiving than most. Cowboy Bebop is his favorite anime, though. Well, I feel like, and forgive me if I'm stepping out of bounds here, I feel like if it's his favorite anime, he should be mad, right? Because if it's your favorite, you want it to be done some justice.
Best of luck.
We're going to try and catch another blue marlin. I learned some things. At least I think I did. I think I know how to fish it now. I think I know how to fish efficiently. Nope, that wasn't it. We'll get it. You hate what they did to Faye and Julia? Yeah, you were telling me. Oh, here we go. Ryan's pretty forgiving, but he said there were as many trash parts as there were good parts. Okay, getting some mixed reviews of the Cowboy Bebop movie. Live action edition. This way. We want to go this way a little bit. There we go. With any luck, this is a marlin. And then we can just hand the quest in right away. Depends on the person. He and I approach live adaptations with a lot of understanding because the transition will never be handled perfectly. Well, yeah, of course. You know, I'm not one of these people who's like, the book was better, or, you know, they didn't do like a perfect one-to-one adaptation in what is essentially a different medium. They ruined it. But there are certainly elements and tones that you want to try translate over as best you can, and I find a lot of the American adaptations of Japanese properties fail to do that. And we got the blue marlin. Now, I had actually caught one off stream to sort of cheat, so we're done.
These the fish you wanted?
We got it.
I'll be. Never thought I'd see the day.
I wanted you guys to at least see the fish.
Well done, Master Fisherman. Seems I've but one technique left to teach you.
CGI is cool. Recreating the Cowboy Bebop world within modern tech in live action is cool. It did look quite neat. I'll probably check it out. With the changes, I don't know how they are going to do the ending. I don't know either.
Well, I taught you everything I know, but that don't mean you can stop learning. It's a big world out there, with fish the likes of which no man has ever seen.
It has a lot of feelings, yeah. The music callbacks were good. I'll check it out. Maybe I'll take a day and just watch all the live actions that exist. Then I can become an expert.
You know, I reckon you might just have what it takes to catch the fish. The Hyneria.
Hyneria. It sounds like a venereal disease.
The Hyneria?
No man has ever hooked a Hyneria and lived to tell the tale. If you can do it, then you're a fisherman beyond even my own skill.
I accept. Live adaptations are less for hardcore fans and more for introducing new people to the content, and I can't really get mad about that. Fair. If interest is piqued, they should go watch the original content. True. How do you keep catching fish when the guy who goes out on a boat every day says there are none? Because they're not learning from this guy. This guy is the guy, you know? That's how you catch fish. Now, let me just quickly look at my resource and see where the hell I'm even supposed to do this. Where would I catch a Hyneria? Who would ask me to do something like this? The old fisherman has told you of a legendary fish. Catch a Hyneria and show it to him. The Hyneria can be caught at the desert dock using sardines. Alright. We might do that in a bit. The boat dude is an idiot, to be fair. Everyone here is just kind of bad at their jobs, you know? Boat dude needs to walk the plank. Find the Hyneria. I'll find it. Don't worry. Eventually. Where's the dock? Here again. Okay, it's down here. We have to go to NieR's village. There's a lot of stuff going on over there that's important.
You know, me and this red bag have been through a lot together. I always try to take
You read
good
that as
care
find
of
the
her so we can
hyena?
have plenty more great years together.
Find the hernia.
Anyway, enough about me.
Hey, he didn't complain about his wife this time. We're making progress. Well, he talked about his mistress, the red bag. Aka Kaban. Guy needs some friends. Well, you've seen his personality. Right? You've seen what he's like. Alright. Is it you?
They'll deliver the pump as soon as it's ready.
Thanks much. Here's a little something, just because I care.
NieR has a talking book. Even that would be something. Yeah. If you could get Grimoire Rubrum to be his friend. Alright, Faded Fountain quest complete. Did it in record time. We're really clipping through this game. Is there a person in here that... No, that's Devila. Well...
Oh, which job should I give you first? Come
Alright,
back.
we'll worry about it later. Just hang on. NieR in his pickup book. Is that like a pickup artist?
Is your husband around? I have something for him.
Sorry, he's out shopping for weapons
Give
right
us a
now.
pickup line? Okay, hang on. Pickup line. Hey there. You remind me of my favorite superhero. The Incredible Hulk. Want to go for dinner somewhere? How's that?
Oh, all right. Well, can you give him this book?
How'd I do?
Fine.
If I may, madam,
Okay,
what is it about our transaction that has you so dissatisfied?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
This is another map, isn't it? Well, as soon as
I
he says
know.
it, he's going
Can you
to
believe
run
I'm
off on
single?
some full treasure hunt again. One of these days, he's going to get himself killed.
Some things in this world just don't make sense.
I understand. I know what it's like to worry about someone.
No comment.
I don't suppose... Look, is there any way you can find this treasure? If you can track it down and bring it to my husband...
I love you too.
That would be enough to satisfy his curiosity.
You know, sometimes people don't like being compared to giant green monsters. And when that happens, I pull out the other one, the other pickup line. Okay, hang on. I have to think of something funny. It's not going to be funny. I think I got one. All right. I'll read the story in a second. Who's your favorite Ghostbuster? You know, and then they say who it is, and then you can say, it doesn't matter. I just want to slime some sheets. Right? That's a good one. Oh, okay. Well, let's get into a story. I'm tangled up in my cord. Yeah, it's not a good one. It's not a good one at all. Okay, let's look at the book here. Okay, so I promised I'd do a bit of a longer one. So we're going to try and do that. Make sure they have the controller nearby so I can twiddle its sticks every now and then so we don't go dark. You know what, let's do The Little Mermaid. Right? I think that's actually going to be in theme with the game. Are you a Slytherin? Because I want to slither in. Oh, okay, well that's not too bad. That reminds me, have you seen G's TikTok? He's been doing Vegeta jokes. Oh, yeah, he does a pretty decent Vegeta impression, right? He's like, hey, oh, Kakarot, hey, why are you always stronger than me? I hate it. It's not right. You should stop and get out of the chamber and let me get stronger, right? And then he goes like, it's over 9,000, isn't it? And then, you know, yeah. Kakarot is Tuesday. All right, Little Mermaid. Where is it? Where's Little Mermaid? Where are you? Reveal yourself. Okay. Hans Christian Andersen, page 86. We're gonna get in there. We're not gonna 86 this story though. We're gonna read it. Let's see. Page 86. There we are. All right. So this is a book of fairy tales with questionable stories in it. One of them was Vegeta doing pickup lines, and they were good. Oh, well, I mean, you know, with a script, anyone can be good. I'm just up here twiddling my thumbs. Okay, let's just bring this in. Little Mermaid. Okay, so we're gonna read it now. You know, if I had a script, I'd probably be funny too. The Little Mermaid.
I think we can do that.
Oops, I pressed the wrong button.
But first, we gotta figure out where this map leads.
Okay, I just gotta twiddle the stick. Okay. Far out to sea, where the water is as blue as a cornflower, and so deep that many church steeples would have to be heaped on top of each other in order to reach from... What is going on? Okay, let's start over. The Little Mermaid. Far out to sea, where the water is as blue as a cornflower, and so deep that many church steeples would have to be heaped on top of each other to reach from the bottom of the sea to the surface, live the people, the sea people. Beautiful trees and plants grow there, which stir at the slightest movement of the water. Fishes swim in and out of the branches, just like birds in the sky. In the deepest part of the ocean is the Sea King's palace. Its walls are made of coral, and the windows of clear amber, but the roof is made of oyster shells that open and close with the flow of the water. Each shell in this roof holds a gleaming pearl more beautiful than any queen's. The Sea King was old, but he was very fond of the sea princesses, his grandchildren. There were 6 of them. And the youngest was the loveliest of all. Her skin was as clear and delicate as a rose petal. Her eyes were sea blue, but like her sisters, she had no feet. Only a mermaid's tail. Well, we don't like her already, do we, chat? What's she even doing? The princesses used to play in the great halls of the palace where flowers grew in the walls, or outside in the garden. Here the trees were deep blue or red as coral. The fruit shone like gold, and the flowers were like a trail of fire. The soil was the finest blue sand, and sometimes the water above was so calm that you could see the sun through it like a purple flower pouring out light from its cup. The youngest of the princesses was a strange child, silent and thoughtful. She had found a marble statue of a beautiful boy, which had sunk to the bottom of the sea from a wrecked ship, and she liked nothing better than to play with it. All right then, get it, girl. She asked her old grandmother to tell her everything she knew about ships and towns, people and animals above the sea. She was surprised to hear that flowers had a smell, and that the fishes in the trees, for that was what they called the birds, could sing. As soon as you are 15, the grandmother told the princesses, you will be allowed to rise to the surface of the sea and sit in the pale moonlight on the rocks and watch the great ships sailing past. The youngest princesses still had 5 years to wait. The youngest princess, singular, had 5 years to wait, and she was filled with longing. At night, she would look up at the moon and the stars through the dark blue water. They looked much larger than they do to us, and every now and then a dark shadow would pass between her and their light, and she knew that a ship was moving overhead. The people on it certainly never imagined that a lovely little mermaid beneath them was stretching out her arms to their ship. When the eldest princess was 15, she was allowed to go up to the surface. When she returned, she told the others how she had lain on a sandbank and seen a big town where lights twinkled like 1,000 stars, and music and the ringing of church bells filled the air. The next year, the second sister was allowed to swim to the surface. She came up just as the sun was setting and found the sight most beautiful. The whole sky looked like gold and crimson, and violet clouds sailed overhead. Then the sun set and the glow disappeared. The year after that, the third sister went up. She swam up a wide river and saw green slopes with fruit trees, castles, and farms. She heard the birds singing in the trees and saw some little children swimming in the water, although they had no tail. The fourth sister was frightened of the land. She stayed out in the ocean and told them how the sky hung above her like a big glass bell, and the whales spouted water up in the air like fountains. Now it was the turn of the fifth sister. She came up in the winter and saw huge icebergs floating in the sea, sparkling like diamonds. Then the sky became overcast, and the wind and waves roared. She sat on one of the icebergs, her long hair streaming in the wind. I'm streaming, while the ships sailed in terror through the storm. At last, the youngest sister was 15. At last, she was old enough to be allowed to go up to the surface and see the world above the sea. Goodbye, she said, and swam up through the water as lightly as a bubble. The sun had just set, and the evening star shone clear and beautiful above her. The sea was calm, and the air sweet and fresh. Ahead of her lay a large ship. Music and singing came from it, and hundreds of lanterns shone from its rigging. The mermaid swam up to the porthole of the cabin. Through the glass, she could see a crowd of splendidly dressed people, but the handsomest of them all was a young prince with dark eyes. It was his birthday, too, and as he came out on deck, the sailors shot 100 rockets into the sky, which broke in myriads of stars over the sea. The little mermaid couldn't keep her eyes off the ship and the handsome prince, but deep down in the sea, there was a mumbling and a rumbling. You know where it was coming from. The waters swelled, heavy clouds blew up, and lightning flashed in the distance. A terrible storm broke. The waves rose like huge black mountains and pounded the ship until it cracked and its mast snapped in half like a stick. The water rushed in through the cracks, and the ship broke up. Just then there was a flash of lightning, and the mermaid saw the young prince sink into the depths of the sea. She remembered that human beings can't live under the water, and that the prince would die before he reached her father's palace. So she lifted his head above the water and let the waves carry her along with him. In the morning, the sun rose red and glowing out of the water, and the mermaid kissed the prince's forehead and his eyes, which were still shut, and wished that he might live. Man, she out here kissing people's eyes. Presently, she saw land in front of her. By the shore stood a large white building surrounded by trees. She swam to the shore with the prince and laid him gently on the sand. Then she hid herself in the sea foam to see who found him. Soon a young girl came along, and the prince woke up and smiled at her. He did not smile at the little mermaid out at sea, for he did not know that it was she who had rescued him. Then the girl fetched her friends to carry him away, and the mermaid dived into the sea and swam sorrowfully home. She had always been silent and thoughtful, and now she grew still more so. Her sisters asked her what had she seen on her visit, but she would not tell. Again and again she rose to where she had left the prince. She saw the fruits in the garden ripen and be picked. She saw the snow fall on the blue mountains and then melt, but she never saw him. At home, the sea flowers in her garden grew so tall and wild that their long stalks and branches shut out the light. All the little mermaid wanted to do was fold her arms around the statue that looked so like the prince. At last, she could keep her sorrow to herself no longer. She told one of her sisters, and immediately all the others learned about it, and a few other mermaids too. One of them knew who the prince was and where he came from, longed to be part of their world, which seemed to her so much more real than her own. If human beings don't drown, she asked her grandmother, do they never die, as we do down here in the sea? Yes, they too have to die, replied the old lady. Their lifetime is even shorter than ours. We can live for 300 years, and when we die, we turn into foam on the water. We have no immortal soul. We shall never have another life, but human beings have a soul which lives forever and goes on living, even after... Hold on, what's the last word? Even after what, Granny? Even after their bodies have turned to dust. The soul climbs up through the clean air until it reaches the stars. Just as we rise up out of the sea and look at the regions, so they rise up to beautiful regions unknown to us, ones we shall never see. I would give all 300 years of my life to become a human being for one day and share in that lovely world after death, said the little mermaid sadly. Isn't there anything at all I can do to win an immortal soul? No, said the old lady, only if a human being loved you so much that you were dearer to him than his father or mother. If he let the priest put his hands in yours and promise to be faithful and true to you now and forever, then his soul would flow into your body. I mean, that's not what I call it. And you too would be filled with human happiness. That's not what I call it. He would give you a soul and still keep his own, but that has never happened. The fish's tail, which is so beautiful here at sea, seems ugly to people on Earth. They have to have 2 clumsy stumps called legs to take them around, and they imagine these are lovelier than our fins. The little mermaid sighed and looked sadly at her tail. Be content with what you have, said her grandmother. Dance and be gay for the 300 years you have to live. Then you can float as foam on the sea, all the more peacefully afterwards. Tonight we're having a court ball. The ball was more magnificent than anyone had ever held on Earth. Mermaids sat on the backs of seahorses and spun around and round with them to the music of the seashells. The mermaids sang to the music of the shells, in voices lovelier than those of any human being. The little mermaids sang the most sweetly of all, and they praised the magic in her voice that had bewitched them. For a moment she was joyful, for she knew that she had the most beautiful voice of any creature on earth or at sea. But then her thoughts returned to the world above her. She could not forget the handsome prince, nor the sorrow she felt at not possessing an immortal soul. So she crept out of her father's palace, away from the song and laughter, to sit grieving by the side of the statue in her garden. She suddenly heard the sound of the prince's horn echoing through the water. Ah, there he is, she thought. I will dare anything to win him and have an immortal soul. I will go to the sea witch. I've always been dreadfully afraid of her, but perhaps she can help me and tell me what to do. So the little mermaid left her father's garden and set off for the place where the witch lived. On the far side of the roaring whirlpools, she had to pass over volcanoes and eddies and hot bubbling mud. These the witch called her garden. Her cave lay behind in the middle of an extraordinary wood. All the trees and bushes were polyps, half animal and half plant, whose writhing arms would grasp at everything they touched and never let it go. The little mermaid was terribly frightened as she paused at the entrance to this wood. She nearly turned back, but then she remembered the prince and the immortal soul that human beings have, and that gave her courage. Hold on, I lost my place. She wound her long hair tightly around her head so that the polyps could not catch her by it. And then she folded both of her hands across her breast and darted through the forest just as a fish darts through the water. Now she came to a large, slimy open space in the wood where fat water snakes were circling about and showing their bloated whitish yellow bellies. In the middle was a pile of bones of human beings who had been drowned. The sea witch had made a hole under them and was sitting there, letting a toad feed out of her mouth. "I know well enough what you're after," she said to the princess. "You want to get rid of your beautiful fishtail and walk on stumps like a human being, so that the young prince will fall in love with you, and you can win both him and an immortal soul. I can give you a drink that will make your tail split in two and shrink into what humans call pretty legs, but it'll hurt. It'll be like a sharp sword going through you. Everyone who sees you will say you are the loveliest, the most graceful creature they have ever seen. But every step you take will feel as if you were treading on a sharp knife, enough to make your feet bleed. And once you've got human form, you can never become a mermaid again. And if you don't win the prince's love, then you won't get an immortal soul. The first morning after the prince marries someone else, your heart will break and you will become foam on the water. Are you ready to bear all that?" "I'm ready," said the little mermaid, pale as death and shaking and trembling with fear. "Don't think you get my help for nothing," the witch went on. "You have the loveliest voice of all creatures, and with it you probably think you can enchant him. But you must give it to me. I need the best that you have, so I can make another spell. You see, I have to give of my own blood in order that the drink may be as sharp as a sword that cuts through you." "But if you take my voice," said the little mermaid, "what shall I have left to make him love me?" "Your lovely shape," replied the witch, "and your graceful movements, and your eyes that speak better than words. With these you can enchant a human heart. Well, where's your courage? Put out your little tongue and let me cut it off in payment. Then I will mix you the spell." "Go on then," said the little mermaid, and the witch put on the cauldron to brew the magic drink. "Cleanliness before everything," she said, scouring out the cauldron with a bundle of snakes she had knotted into a mop. Next, she scratched her breast and let her black blood drip down into the liquid. Damn booby blood, though. The steam hissed up into a grotesque shape, terrifying to look at. But that was only the beginning. The little mermaid, hovering nearby, watched all but hypnotized with dismay as the grinning old crone kept adding ever more and weirder ingredients to the concoction. Chuckling and mouthing strange incantations over each fresh item her falcon-like fingers clawed out of the air to toss into the greedy pot. From here came a viper's fang, a newt's toe, the sting of a hornet. From there, a shark eye, the tail of a water rat, a lizard's tongue, the juice of a flamboyant sea anemone, until, as the brew started to bubble and boil, it sounded like the wailing of all life itself since the creation. There was still more stirring to be done, with an alligator's tail for a spoon. Still, an octopus claw to come, an asp's venom for seasoning. But at last, the spell was ready. It looked as clear as spring water from a sparkling mountain stream. "There you are," crooned the witch, squinting triumphantly at the phial into which she had poured the liquid, turning it this way and that, the better to admire her handiwork. "Now for your side of the bargain." And while the little mermaid shut her eyes tight against the pane, the witch, in one swift stroke, cut out her tongue, so that she was all of a sudden completely dumb, unable either to sing or even to speak. "And don't come back blaming me if it doesn't bring you all your heart's desire," the witch flung after her, not altogether unkindly, once she had handed over the spell and was gloating over her own prize. But the little mermaid was by then beyond her hearing. Swimming bravely, the phial clutched firmly in one small fist, she was already well on her ardent way towards the prince's palace. Up from the seabed she swam, up through the schools of playful fish, the waving fronds of tapering ferns, up and on past jutting rocks and narrow inlets, past rolling meadows and golden beaches, until rounding a rugged cliff rising steep from the sea that sheltered her objective briefly from view. She swam unerringly up to the marble steps of the palace immediately before her, and came to a rest at last on the sandy strip of shore at their foot. There she uncorked the phial, and, with scarce another glance at the ocean home stretching deep and far into the distance, that she was leaving forever, drank the potion in one eager swallow. The pain! Hold on. I lost my place. The pain that pierced her through and through the moment the liquid touched her throat was like the sudden thrust of countless daggers, so keen and searing in intensity that she swooned. She did not know how long she lay there at the edge of the lapping waters, nor could she have told of the monstrous images that might have leapt straight out of the witch's cauldron to trouble her sleeping vision. But when she awoke, it was to the healing sight of the prince, who, happening to catch a glimpse of her through one of the palace windows, had at once made for the steps and was now gazing down at her with something of ravished astonishment. Only then did she realize that her mermaid's tail had vanished, to be replaced by a pair of slender, mortal legs. The prince murmured some endearing words to her. "Oh, those are some nice gams. Hum, num, 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 num." That's what he said. And asked her what miracle had brought her to this secluded shore. But all she could do was give him a gently wistful look in answer. Impulsively, he tore off his gold-trimmed scarlet jacket and wrapped it like a cloak around her slim body, then led her by the hand up the marble stairway, and so into the palace. Each step she took scored her feet as though she trod on fresh sharpened knives, but with the prince assuringly by her side, she felt as light as a bubble, while he, guiding her, marveled at the charm of her graceful movements. He dressed her in silks and muslins, and she danced for him, gliding across the floor with an exquisite, almost ethereal grace. Yet every time her feet touched the ground, it still felt as though they were slashed by knives. The prince pampered and petted her, said she must never leave him, and she slept on a velvet cushion outside his door. What, like a cat? But when he was asleep, she would steal down the steps to cool her burning feet and see her sisters swimming far out at sea, searching for her. Day by day, she became ever dearer to the prince, but he didn't dream of making her his future queen. He kissed her forehead and told her she was the loveliest creature and had the kindest heart, and that he cherished her, and they must never be parted. Had he been left to his own choice, he may well have acted otherwise, but he was still young enough to be much influenced by his father, the king. And the queen, his mother. She was quite a pretty little thing to have about the court, they agreed. The king especially was quite taken with her. And if their adored and indulged only son enjoyed her as an undeniably winning playmate, all the very well. But to make her his consort was something else again. For that, nothing short of a princess would do. True, the girl had the prettiest manners, but besides not being able to talk, heaven alone knew where she came from. The little mermaid could have told them, had she but a tongue with which to speak, that she was herself a princess, but that would only have baffled the king and queen, and even the young prince the more. What changeling was this? They would have fussed. Who claimed to be the daughter of the king of the sea, who ruled over so mysterious an underwater world? Little does he know that I saved his life and carried him back to land, and that I would give up my life for him, thought the little mermaid. But people said that the prince was to be married to the prettiest daughter of a neighboring king. A splendid ship was fitted out to take him to visit her. I shall have to go to please my parents, the prince told the little mermaid, but I shall not bring her back with me as my wife. If I'm to marry, I would rather have you as a bride than she, he added. And he kissed her and laid his head against her heart, so that she dreamed of human happiness and an immortal soul. The prince's ship sailed into the harbor of the neighboring king's capital. The princess was waiting to greet him, and her beauty filled the prince with happiness. Perhaps it was natural that he should by now be attracted to a girl who could talk to him with more than just a tenderly loving look. "Yes, she will be my wife," he told the little mermaid. "I know my happiness will give you pleasure because you love me." And the mermaid kissed his hand and felt her heart begin to break. The priest joined the couple's hands together as man and wife, and they went on board the ship that would take them across the sea. A luxurious royal tent had been put up on deck where the prince and princess were to sleep that night. The little mermaid held the bride's train and knew that this was her last night on earth. As she laughed and danced with the rest, she thought of death. She had gone to the railing, looking eastwards for the sun to rise, when suddenly she saw her sisters rising out of the sea. "We have a knife!" they cried. "You must stab it deep into the prince's heart, and his warm blood will flow over you and turn you into a mermaid once more. Kill the prince before the sun rises and come back to us." And with that, they sank beneath the waves. The little mermaid drew aside the curtain of the tent and saw the girl and the man sleeping peacefully with their arms around each other. She bent and softly kissed the prince's closed eyes, and he stirred and murmured his bride's name in his sleep. Yet the little mermaid loved him too much to kill him. She flung the knife far out into the waves and threw herself after it. As she touched the water, she felt her body dissolve into foam, while a brightness shone all around her. Hundreds of lovely creatures came to her and lifted her up into the air. "We are the spirits of the air," they said to her in voices full of music. "By good deeds we can win ourselves immortal souls and share in eternal happiness. By your suffering and the goodness you have been changed from the foam of the sea into the light of the air. Now you can win yourself an immortal soul." And the little mermaid raised her arms towards God's sun and sang of the light that was all around her. The end. And the moral of the story is that prince is a dick. What the hell? What a ding-dong. What a shitty guy. This is just a Christian parable. Yeah. It's messed up. Thank you. Thank you. I don't even know if I can read chat. That was like 30 minutes, wasn't it? That was a while. That's a lot of chat. I'll try. Okay, let's see. That reminds us, have you seen... Okay, we did the G's TikTok. I made fun of him. We got that handled. Just think of the Disney version if it gets too intense. I didn't stop everything. That means the second story. Okay, all right. I just read you a 30-minute story, okay? You got your points. Slytherin got her points worth. Sea people? You mean seamen? Oyster windows. Sea King is old and will die. I like how the Sea King had no dialogue in that story. He didn't do anything. He just existed. He owned a house with which the story took place in. You know? That's pretty messed up. I'm wearing pants and Santa Claus socks. Flowers, you mean? No feet and the story. Yeah, I should have. Kind of a waste of words. Sea cucumbers. Silent and Thoughtful doesn't really describe Ariel. Disney really took matters into their own hands. Yeah, yeah, they did. I'm dying. Okay, so she's 10. Yeah. She starts as 10 in the story. She starts as a 10-year-old girl. This is a very purple prose story. Sure. Isn't this basically let's strangle ourselves for fun? Like, can they breathe air? It is kind of purple, isn't it? I've written a purple poem. It was very flowery. Branches making fun of me. Oh boy, the soul thing again. Well, at least the king didn't give his kingdom away for a sneeze like in all the other stories. Literally have people saying this sort of stuff at robots. Granny's full of shit. Oh baby, Hans is getting spicy. Granny, you're full of shit. Shows all the mermaid lewds. I mean, that's why mermaids don't have a soul. Get over it, y'all saw each other one time. True. We're singing the Ursula voice. Imagine changing species for a guy you saw once when you were 15. I hate her. Little Mermaid first trans icon, though? True. Water snakes, eels, barracuda. No, the water snakes are a real thing, you know. Pretty bad deal. All this probably for some guy who doesn't even bathe properly in this time period. I mean, there are plenty of guys who don't bathe properly in this time period. I mean, I mean, I don't have to tell you, right? Because our voices are in our tongues. Yeah, no, you can't sing anymore if your tongue gets cut out. That's true. I've done it. I had to put it back. We didn't need that sea snail mucus. I just wanted to see if we could get you to drink it. How do you do this underwater? Yeah, how do you drink a phial of potion underwater? How do you do that? Dumb, good usage. I think that was like the original, right? Didn't they say like deaf, blind, and dumb? Dumb meant you couldn't talk, right? In the old vernacular? Remember that eye kiss, bro. Yeah, she did it again. She kissed his eye twice. She has no tongue. Does she still have a gag reflex? No, she can't sing. She can't gag. That's the rule. Just in time for story time. Oh, hey, Under the White Oak. Welcome to the stream. It's Little Mermaid. Yeah, it's, how can you dance on knives? Painfully. Very painfully. Dumb does indeed mean mute. All right, well, we learned something. I mean, some of us learned something. Queen is like, oh man, thank goodness this guy is off of me. In the universe, they don't have writing. In this universe, they don't have writing. Yeah. This could have all been solved if she's learned to write. Yeah, all of this could, like, this meeting could have been handled in a text or an email, right? Human happiness. What? My happiness will give you pleasure, eh? Yeah, what a dick thing to say, right? You love me, right? So if I'm happy, you're happy. All right, bye. Yeah, you can't consent to me doing this really, but you like me, so it'll be fine. Exactly. Very messed up. Little Mermaid is a cock. Little Mermaid is a sad little gay boy. Fuck God, your plaids sucked. This is just okay, Christian parable. We're almost caught up now. Moral of the story, fuck people, don't change for them. True. That's a better moral than the prince is a dick, but I mean, it's pretty much the same, right? I may have to react every paragraph or two. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Do you think? I don't know, because it messes up the momentum of the story, doesn't it? But then afterwards we have this long thing of me scrolling through chat. I don't want you guys to feel ignored. Sonic is here ordering pizza. Welcome to the stream, Sonic. He owned a house where pearls were in the ceiling, going glub glub, gulp gulp, gulp gulp. For realsies, this was written by a gay man who fell in love with a straight guy. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. She got friend-zoned. She got the most friend-zoned. She got friend-zoned so hard she turned into foam. And then wind or something. Light? I don't know. Dracula was also written to cope with homoerotic feelings. That's really cool. That surprises me less, honestly, but it's still pretty cool. All right, remember NieR? We were we were playing some NieR. Let me put my leg down from chair, and we can continue.
That seems like Popola's area of expertise. Perhaps she has some advice for us.
Dracula gay icon like the Babadook?
Yeah, let's go talk to her.
Surely you are aware that meddling in the affairs of a married couple will accomplish nothing.
You thought I was playing The Witcher?
Look, I took on
I'm a samurai?
I'm gonna see it through.
Your
I'm a
sense
samurai.
of duty is positively breathtaking.
Hey, I know what it feels like to worry about family. If we can keep others out of danger by handling stuff like this, I'm all for it.
It is a tremendous burden. And yet I cannot say I dislike that way of thinking.
So yeah, so Nikki's on board. How did the rest of you guys feel about that? Was the longer story okay? Did you find yourselves getting bored? Do you think I should try to like do more medium style stuff or maybe like a variety? I felt like a long story during NieR really is like a drop in the bucket. So you weren't bored? You liked it? It was pretty cool. I could make that really fucked up story in the book a community reward. I could, couldn't I? We'll do that. We'll do that after. If the Christmas one doesn't pan out, we'll do that. That's a great idea, Nikki. Thank you. You got here in the middle of that? Well, I mean, you got the juiciest bits. Although there were several passages that made it sound like she was, scratching some itches with that statue. You may have missed that part. Hey, Popola.
Learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's key, Popola?
You love subjecting yourself to awful shit? Well, welcome aboard. Puberty is tough. Yeah, no, it is. No judgment.
You know, I was just going to talk to you about that.
I think if you guys recall, I said, get it girl, which means that I'm in support. Okay? I think we can anti-cancel me for that one. What does that look like? Do I just someone just give me a gift card for the keg or something?
You remember the Eyrie, right?
Unfortunately.
That depressing shell of a village?
Not so much anymore, it sounds like. I just got this letter from the village chief. Have a look.
All right. From the office of the chief of the Eyrie, to Popola. Girls have it rough because we can't just stick our genitals everywhere. Yeah. But there's table corners and table legs. Just a lot of table stuff, right? You guys are just always hanging out with tables. My greetings to you and your village. I hope everything is going well. Our village has shut itself away from the world for far too many years, and we have therefore decided it is time to change our ways. As part of this endeavor, we have resolved to establish a shop within the village. It is now open for business, and so is Sega. There you go. It's a little jolt of nostalgia for you, Pip Mimi. Thank you for redeeming Sega. I almost thought we were going to get away with not having it, and thankfully, you got here in time. Let's see. Look forward to seeing a great many customers visit from all over the world. With regards to the sacrifice keyword you wrote about, one of our villagers claims to know the meaning behind the term. You are more than welcome to speak with him on the matter as part of your visit to the Eyrie.
Sacrifice? Isn't that the name of one of the key fragments?
How'd you know?
That's right. I've been trading notes with leaders from every town in the land.
All right, Sonic, thanks for popping in. Thanks for taking in the story, and have a good time with the wife.
You're amazing, Popola.
Yeah, she's okay.
This
Sacrifice
entire
NieR to become a
affair
Maiden
strikes me
pillar.
as a bit too convenient.
I think he could probably handle it.
I'm afraid Grimoire Weiss is correct.
He could probably handle it without needing to do a ghost marriage.
What do you mean?
The Eyrie has been shut off from the world for years, and now they've not only opened trade routes, but they freely exchange information about the Shadow Lord.
It does seem kind of suspicious.
I agree. It seems rather unnatural. And dangerous.
You're overthinking it. Besides, I don't care if it's dangerous.
Yeah.
I won't get Yona back by just sitting around and waiting.
Yeah.
If there are shades there, I'll just kill him and be done with it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, if that's the way you
I'm with
feel,
you,
I
Vice.
guess I won't stop you.
Weiss. I could name a few ghosts I wouldn't mind getting married
Try
to.
speaking with the chief when you get there.
Yeah, you did last time, right? I asked you to name some ghosts, and you said, what was it? Beetlejuice, Casper, Macaulay Culkin from the Page Master. You listed a bunch of ghosts.
Try speaking with the chief when you get there.
Wait, aren't I not supposed to hand in a quest to Poopala right now? Yeah. You're Poopala. Do I have to leave the building? This might be a building leaving kind of thing. You know some Beetlejuice simps? You need at least the option of eventual cuddles? Yeah, that is somewhere where ghosts kind of lag behind. It is basically their only con, It's just all pros.
The Eyrie, huh? All right, let's go see the chief.
What a soul-crushing place.
I don't know if I want to do that right now, though. I think we're going to focus on some more side quests really quick. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm feeling. That's the mood I'm in. You can't stop me. I can't stop me. Felt everyone was too harsh on ghost marriage? Yeah, there's a lot of judgment.
Hey, got a minute?
There we go.
I have a map I need your help with.
Sure. What kind of map?
It talks. It constantly says that it's a map. Makes me go on adventures where I talk to middle space, waiting for someone to respond, but no one ever does, but I act like I do. I've got a monkey.
Here, let me show you.
This looks like a map of the Lost Shrine. Apparently this leads to some unidentified object of great importance.
They'll look back and see they're on the wrong side of history. My ghost marriage is valid too. Accurate. Cannot be swiped because it knows how to say no swiping.
It also talks about a hidden room in the Lost Shrine where sunlight doesn't reach. I bet that's where your secret treasure is hiding.
But I don't want to go back to the Lost Shrine. It sucks
Hidden
there.
room in the Lost Shrine, huh? Thanks for the help.
But I don't want to.
Oh, not at all. Glad to be of service.
This quest should be over. I found the map. Who cares what's on it? Give me my money. Geef. Well, I guess we have to go to the Lost Shrine, but we're doing other stuff first. I'm playing a JRPG. I'm playing NieR, though. It should be different. It should know better than to tease me like this. Okay, let's go talk to the Bagman again, I guess, and go to the desert and catch a Hyperia or whatever. Hypenia? The Syphilenia. The fish. Seems like a thing to do. Seems like now's as good a time as any.
This one time, my wife stumbled over her words during an argument, and I called her out on it. Wrong move there, my friend. Talk about throwing oil on a fire. Hoo-wee. Anyway, enough about me. If you got a place to be, let me know and I'll take you there.
Marriage is brutal. Is this just Ray Romano? Deborah, you said the word wrong, Deborah. I'm taking the kids. Where are we going? The desert? Yeah. Nope, no, the desert, though. Yeah, the desert. I got it. Wasn't that actually a plot in Everybody Loves Raymond? That, like, he thought stomach ache, because of the way it's written, was pronounced stomachicha, and then she made fun of him about it, and then he got all mad, and she's like, "Stop! You're giving me a hadachicha." Wasn't that like a whole episode? I feel like it was an entire episode. That voice sounds more like one of the Monarch's henchmen. I'm Ray Romano. Yeah, you're right. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So
hey,
this is my last lesson.
The writers hadn't gone on strike
yet,
Jazz.
Has that actually taught you anything of use so far?
Okay, do I lose my sardine when I do it this way?
Perseverance?
I do. Okay, great. Oh no! I'm not going to catch the fish that way.
Diving in sand is an excellent way to lose health. Do try to be more careful,
What about the episode of Everybody Loves Raymond where he turns into a big woolly mammoth? Shit. Big woolly mammoth? Yeah, that's Everybody Loves Ice Age. The world's ending, it's cold! Okay, this is not working. There's probably a trick to catching the hip-pee-pee. Dennis Leary with a single N for some reason. Oh, wow. Denis Leary. And his brother's still a big weenie? Giant weenie mammoth? Okay. I believe in myself. God damn, we're just getting buckets. This is not a Hypenia at all. I feel lied to about this fish. Oh, this is something. But it seems a little too easy. Yeah. Yeah. It was just a rusted clump. Am I gonna have to do this later? I have to look up a guide, see how to catch this flippin' fish. We're cleaning this desert up. The cat walked over your laptop? I had a feeling it was probably something like that. Nope, that's not gonna work. Kaine won't marry me with these fishing skills. I'm burning through sardines. Is it just a rare fish? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look it up right now. Okay? How to catch a Hypenia. I'm burning through sardines. How do I spell the fish name? It's such a dumb name for a fish. Okay. Hyneria. I've been calling it a Hypenia this whole time. Whatever. Hernia. That's how I should remember it. Hypenie. Wait, what? Did I get lied to? I think I got lied to. Someone lied to me. Or am I just... I might just... Oh no. I'm at the wrong spot, guys. I've been fishing out of the wrong hole. You know, if I had a nickel...
You know, anyway, enough about me.
We're going to Seafront. We're going to Seafront. My resource lied. It said the desert. Right? I read that out loud to you guys. I don't know. Yeah, the Hyneri can be caught at the desert's dock using sardines as bait. That's what my resource says. But my resource is lying. Because apparently... I just feel bad about Red Bagman, but I could really use him getting eaten by a shade. Well, that's not very nice. Okay. Let's try here a bit, I guess. Alright, this seems promising. It might be a blue marlin, but I feel like we may have gotten something here. First try, baby. Let's try it out. Why did it say the desert? You know, this is like when FAQs say to go east and you actually have to go west. You know? Has that happened to anybody? Did anyone get reunited with their shades yet? Is it still possible? I don't think it's possible anymore because the replicants have all basically grown a soul. So the shades are kind of SOL. They can still exist as shades as long as the Shadow Lord is around. Well, they can exist as shades with sanity and intellect. That doesn't look like a Hyperion. It's a blue marlin. Wait, now this one's saying the... This one's saying the desert too. Will you guys make up your mind? It is at the desert. I'm enraged. I'm so angry. Why can't the internet find consensus? Do they not realize that I'm streaming? I'm streaming right now to an audience of 10 people who are counting on me to catch this fish in a timely fashion. And I'm just tumbling around with my balls everywhere, trying to catch a fish today. So I get for trying to prepare beforehand. Yeah, I'm being punished for my hubris. Thank you for the pets. I need them. 9.5 people? Oh, that's fair. It's just nothing but buckets in here. Why doesn't this fish exist? So mad. Comb the floof? Oh, okay. What direction do you want? Who redeemed it? I'm lost in the weeds here. Alright, that was Nikki. How do you want me to do this? Uh-oh. Yeah. How do you want this floof combed? I'll do it. You don't care the direction, just make it extra floofy? Okay. Fuck. You know, and while I'm doing that, we'll just comb it up then. Let me back up a little bit so that more of my hair is in the frame. And there we go. Okay. That's fine. Okay, up. Alright, you can find a Hyneri by fishing in the desert near the fast travel shown above. You need to use sardines as bait, so make sure you bring plenty with you. You can always save before fishing, then simply reload and regain all of your bait if you have been unlucky in catching a Hyneri. This will be a tough catch, so prepare yourself for a long battle and make sure you keep your line in the right position to be depleting the fish's health bar as best you can. If you need fishing tips, you can refer to our complete fishing guide. So basically, I think that's pretty floofy. Oh, we even got a little quail thing up there. Oh, I broke it. There it is. It's back. Okay. Well, thank you for redeeming Comb That Hair. It's been a minute. been a bit before anyone's done it. So that's fun. It's not really... Hold on. Stick it in that side. There we go. Okay. Good going. All right. We're going to give it, like, let's say, until I'm down to 25 things. Loft? Had to back up for the vertical clearance. Yeah, you know it. You know what it is. Okay, so once I'm down to 25 bait, no black box? Well, that's something. Making progress. Although you've probably cursed us now. Once I'm down to 25 sardines, that's it. I'm just going to give up. I'll probably catch it off stream. I'll upload a clip of me catching it to Twitter, and that will just have to, you know, that'll have to be it. Because I really don't want to sit here for an hour of the stream trying to catch one fish. I really don't. It seems unnecessary. Thank God you're not blacked. What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say? This seems like one of the cruelest things that Yoko Taro has done yet. Let me move a little bit out of the door frame so you can see my hair. That seems kind, right? Oh, hello. Okay. We might have done it. You set limits. I just have to absolutely make sure I don't let it get away. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Dum ch 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 doom boom. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh, here we go. Are you yikesing my Metal Gear Solid rendition? You would do that to me? A friend? A cherished Nakama? Whoa! Okay. Oh, Jesus. That thing kind of looked like an STD, didn't it? All right, well, we got it. It was 108 inches long, ladies.
Well, I guess that's it.
This fishing certainly is fun.
That's not the word I would use.
I'm grateful for everything the old fisherman taught me.
Wait. That feeling when your past self and you think of the same reference at the same time? Uh-oh.
Turns out that when my wife says, do something, what she actually means is, do it now. Last night I tried to put a chore off until later, and boy, howdy, that did not end well. Anyway, enough about me.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll go back to NieR's village. Oh, wait, no, we gotta go to Seafront, don't we? We have to go to Seafront and brag. Shut up about your wife! I love you too, Beatloaf. My wife? Yeah, he really is annoying. I hope nothing happens to him, you know? It would really be a shame if suddenly something happened that took him off the board. That would really... boy, you know, I would shed a tear, probably. Good thing I don't have to worry about it. His marriage is going to last a long, long time. You're not sure this guy grew a soul?
Hey, where did Pops go?
Well, they can't all be so lucky, I guess.
Ah, the old fisherman.
Some of them are just faking it until they make it.
He passed away just this morning.
Oh no, he's dead! How am I gonna learn how to fish?
I guess that old war injury finally got the best of him.
Fuck!
From what I understand, the guy used to be quite the mercenary.
That explains a lot.
He supposedly did all kinds of terrible things back in his day. So truth be told, no one in town much cared for him.
We were his only friend.
But he sure seemed to enjoy your company. I think you made his last days some happy ones.
Oh good, my fishing skill improved. Thank goodness. Well, guys, we're done. We're done fishing.
I didn't even know the old guy was sick.
Perhaps that is why he was in such a hurry to pass down his craft.
You know, it's strange, but I feel like he's still here somehow.
I can go catch more NieR.
I trust he is in heaven by now.
No.
Settling down for a round by the pond.
No.
I hope you're right, Vice.
The high peony. I lied. There actually is one more fish to catch. It's called like a Dunkelostis, Dunkelongion. Not right now. You know? Just not right now. You're tired of these lies? Nessie? Nah, I mean, I don't even remember what it looks like, but it's a big piece of shit fish. The badonkadonk fish, yeah. So we'll deal with that another time. For now, the side quests are done. You have to do all of the fishing side quests in order to be able to catch the Dunkelostion, or whatever it's called. So the honky-tonk fish, yeah. And so we've done that. I got canceled, but it's like 2 hours in the stream. Are we really at the 2-hour mark? Word? Is that true? Where's my phone? Don't crash. I crashed. We are at the 2-hour mark. That's spicy. That's so spicy. Holy cow. Also, I need to turn off Kaine.
Keep your guard up,
and Emil.
Keep your guard up, Emil.
There you go. I think the butler of Emil's old racist shack in the woods had some stuff for us. Big stories make the time go by so fast. Yeah, you know, they do. I seriously think that Little Mermaid story was about half an hour. Kaine, I need you to swear more. I really need this from you right now. She mostly reserves that for cutscenes. You were playing Skyrim? That's
Welcome back, Master Emil.
Hello, Sebastian.
I forgive you.
I'm glad you're doing well.
Is something the matter, Butler?
I am searching, sir, for a way to restore Master Emil's body to its previous state.
Oh, Sebastian.
Regrettably, the above-ground archives are somewhat limited.
With comment review was probably closer to 45 minutes. Well, we did it. I regret nothing. You played like half an hour of Skyrim and realized it wasn't for you? Took me a lot longer than that to realize. Now I just don't buy Bethesda games anymore.
According to my information, the records related to Master Emil are stored on the second basement floor.
Oh, good.
Things would be easier if I could delve into the manor's underground research facilities, but what with all the creatures there...
There are creatures.
You want us to go down there and take out some shades?
Okay.
Oh, no. I can't let you do that for me.
Emil, cut it out. We're friends. This is what friends do.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Skyrim is like an abusive relationship. Hang on, let me catch up on chat here. I got a bit distracted. So anyway, Fallout 76. I said I'm not going to buy any more Bethesda games. I'll play the ones that I already have, I guess. Which Bethesda games tried harder, but also less hard up front, like shoving you in a power armor in 2 minutes and Fallout 4. They did kind of blow their load quickly, didn't they? Where am I going? All right, let's take a look at the map here. How do I get to the courtyard? That's where I want to go. I want to go to the courtyard. Where is it? What's the courtyard even look like? Okay, I've got it. I understand. Technically, New Vegas isn't Bethesda, and that's the only one I haven't played. I own it. I do. I have it on the 360. You know, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. The best one. We got a first-time chat from Whomst. Blackclaw. Hello. Hi, welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you. I'm Pale Voyager. I don't know what I'm doing. We're playing some NieR. We're trying to get some side quests done. I'm a samurai. I think we're all caught up. You have New Vegas, but you didn't play it long? Yeah, that's kind of my story, too. I basically set my character up to have 10 intelligence, which involved a lot of running through the wasteland with no armor or anything. And kind of running around a lot of death claws and angry scorpions and shit. You know, and then I did it, and I was like, all right, well, I'll come back to this later. And then I never did. I never did it. Playing some NieR, but being so far. I'm playing it wherever you are, Papa Beatloaf. That's my promise to you. Unfolding. Like a pinwheel of death. Going for a challenge run. Yeah. It's another one of those lies that I tell, because it's a 100% playthrough, but it has to be like the only way to beat it. It's 100%. You can't half-ass this game. Joke's on these enemies, though. I already have all the key cards. When can we get the Celine Dion karaoke reward? Do you want one? I don't know if I can really do her justice. I mean, we've got some pretty good songs already. I can do a mean Hexus from Ferngully. Where's my Canadian pride? You know, I don't really, you know, I don't have. Not really, I'm not a very patriotic kind of dude. Like, I'm happy that I live here, but people kept complimenting you at church and you hate the attention? Well, it's because you're amazing, D. You're so cool. Probably the best person. Does this game get harder again? No. No. No, it doesn't. The hardest thing we did was the DLC. Yoko Taro is many things, but someone who cares about balancing his games is not one of those things. You upgrade one weapon and you basically kill everything in one. Now, the hardest thing about this game is keeping your lunch down. That's about it. Speaking of which, let's switch back to the Beast Lord and start clapping cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Clap a cheek or two. Consensually. Hardest thing about this game is Kaine. Heyo. That's true. That's true. She does have the tumescence. The only thing getting harder is pale for Kaine. No, I'm keeping it in check this time. You know, I'm a good boy today. This time, I took a cold shower before the stream. You know? Yeah, this time. And only this time. Next time I'm coming back with a vengeance. I didn't peep at her once. Well, I mean, that was for science, Slytherin, right? Like, I didn't do that for me. I would never do it for me. Not while I'm performing, you know? Kaine walking around with her BDE. She does. She does have that energy, doesn't she? She exudes it. Am I just going in circles? Is that what's happening? Am I doing that again? You think you're going to believe I'm a smooth talker? Yeah. I mean, it's true. With all the stuttering that I do, I think it's about as smooth as it gets. It was totally your fault that we were oogling her last time? I mean, I don't want to put that at your feet, Panini. You know, far be it from me to blame a single chatter for the chat getting horny. You know, that's irresponsible and honestly kind of rude. Climate change, Pale's fault. World War II? Yeah, that was me too. Alright, I guess I'm going to be lost here too. I suppose that's just the vibe I'm going for. Wiki feet. We haven't really had a whole lot of wiki feet to deal... There is a door. We haven't really had a lot of wiki feet to deal with in a while, you know? Wiki feet is my fault. I'm practically the president. No. I disagree. I shake this accusation. Oh, there we go. I just had to press a button on the door. How is it that I'm foiled by having to press a button every single game that I play? Can anyone explain that? Does anyone have an answer for me? I'm always foiled by a single button. Well, Black Claw, I hope you like what you see so far. Here we go. My bad button pressing is why I'm not married yet. Wow. Wow. Hurtful and untrue, but mostly hurtful. Yikes. Yikes forever. Someone's getting a little comfortable. So you've made Slytherin blanch even. Rough. I know where the button is, ladies. I know where it is. I've found it. I've charted it. You just gotta headbutt that bad boy. I know what to do. Okay, there we go. Wait, did I just go backwards? Or do all the rooms here look identical? It's probably that second one. I press Papa Beetloaf's button. See? And I don't even touch him. That's how good I am. I'm like some kind of magic man. This is usually the place with books in it, right? Like, am I currently in a basement? I don't know. I have been counting floors. I guess we're just going to run to the end of this place and cross our fingers. You press my subscribe button? Oh my. That does make me feel good. Pale so deep in the closet he's in the basement. That's not true. I feel like I'm very out. This is definitely not where we want to be. Hi, Carumba. Okay. Research project. Second basement. Is that like second breakfast? Well, I guess we're going to have to stumble through here a little bit longer while I try and find a book, I guess. Okay, I think I know where I missed it. I got so caught up in trying to get to the bottom of the place. You're not a hobbit? You don't eat second breakfast? I don't even eat first breakfast. That's how hardcore I am. I don't eat the most important meal of the day. And as a result, I'm not going to make it past 70. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's not in these rooms. But if it is, I'll come back. I suspect it's going to be in one of these little rooms over here. In this place. As a result, this gameplay. Yikes. There we go. One hit killed the boss enemy. Ain't even a ting. Not a ting, nor a chicken wing. I wish it would be a little bit more specific than just the second floor. But, you know, that's fine. It's not like this place is huge or anything. I'll find it. I mean, you know, you get into the business of writing a guide, you would think your primary objective would be to guide the player to their destination, rather than just give vague one-word sentences. But I've never written a guide, so I don't know. Even the game's laughing at me. Ha! It says. Dread the thought of Pale Nabby. We've named the new animal this episode, so we have Black Phillip, Brown Phillip, and Mr. Snuggles the Purple Sheep. That's a pretty diverse crew. I used a guide for Blood Omen 1, and the person who wrote it didn't know East from West. Yeah, that's happening to me all the time, too. It's bizarre to me. I mean, like, no shade on them, but if you struggle with that, maybe get someone else. Oh, hey, there we go. I'm going to get canceled for that now.
It appears to be a list of names and addresses. Perhaps they were employed at the laboratory.
Pale the Ableist.
The text is half faded, but I see one woman used to live in a coastal town.
A coastal town? They must mean seafront.
The woman is most likely dead by now, but perhaps a search of her home will turn up something.
Back to seafront it is. Oh, and they actually take me out of the dungeon. I don't have to schlep it all the way back. Well, is that not kind? Yoko Taro must have missed someone doing that, you know?
Maybe we'll learn something about Emil over in Seafront.
He didn't walk up and down the halls with the riding crop and notice that someone had allowed me to teleport out of the dungeon. You know? You can't have eyes anywhere, that Yoko Taro. I assume that's how directors handle their game project teams, right? They just walk up and down the cubicles with a riding crop, you know, giving out edicts and smacking the hands of those who don't follow those edicts.
The paper mentions a house right above the entrance to a coastal town.
Okay, well, this appears to be a coastal town. I'm fairly certain, you know, I'm not an expert on these things, but hello.
I heard the guy in this house died 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's going around. People are dying all over the place suddenly. Guess I can't go in there. That's a shame.
Ugh. Don't sneak up on people like that.
Sorry. My bad. That's death. It's catching. Yeah, it's definitely contagious. Want to see someone die right now? Jumps off a cliff. That is the mood around here.
Nobody's ever gonna find me here.
That's true. No? Okay. Well, I guess we'll try and find the side quest thing. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go over to this side and see what I can find. Fingers crossed. Everything is so vague in this game. It should be illegal. Kaine's juice? What does that mean? What is juice?
I used to fish
What are
here with
replicants
my
made out of?
grandfather, but those happy times seem very far ago now.
Replicants are androids. They're synthetic human bodies.
Town sure has changed.
Okay, no one asked you, lady.
We repaired the gate before we realized it leads to an area full of shades, so now we just closed off the path.
Let me in. I gotta get in there. Made out of Kaine juice. No. Stop it with the Kaine juice. Oh, here we go. You have a question? Shoot.
Hey, mind if I ask you something?
Not at all.
Did anyone in your family ever do weapon research? Anything like that?
Yeah, actually. I think one of my older relatives used to do something like that.
Well, if it's spoilers, I'll be cagey and vague. And if it's not spoilers, then I'll just answer.
Why are you asking me this?
I'm looking into some of her research. You have any old records or anything?
Can the replicants have bebes? No. Actually, they can't. Every replicant that is currently alive has been alive for thousands of years. They just don't realize it.
Oh, man. Maybe? I don't know. If you hold on, I'll go take a look.
So the fact that they keep dying in all these side quests is, like, bad. Like, a lot. Like, the fact that everyone keeps dying is not a coincidence. This is what's happening. All the replicants are...
Sorry about that. This is all I could find.
It's
all
a
there
letter.
is.
How curious. It is written in a language I do not recognize.
Yeah, we never could figure out what this was about.
They are going extinct, yes. It's kind of tricky because technically they're not human, right? Because they're synthetic, but they've self-actualized, which, like, they have consciousness. Does that make them human? The actual humans are the shades, but they no longer have proper physical bodies. Are they human? What does it mean to be human?
But it was important, whatever it was.
When one
She
of the
kept
two
this thing under
dies,
lock and key at all times.
when one of the two dies entirely, when has humanity gone extinct? You know? Can we control for those factors? Thank you for the hydrate, Papa Beatloaf. Thank you for redeeming.
It might be some kind of code that we can decipher back at the lab.
Control.
You mind if we take this?
Go ahead. We've just been keeping it around because we don't know what else to do with it.
Well, if you want to be like
Let's
a
go
human
back and show
purist, then yes, you're right. Humanity is already extinct. But these are like the last vestiges, the last dregs of humanity. The synthetic replicants and the degraded gestalts. This is all that's left of us. Thanks a lot, Kaine. You fuck. If androids were an actual thing, it'd be thousands of years before humanity would accept them because they're bullheaded and dumb. But I am no purist, and I accept our robot overlords. Well, there you go. You'll be kept at the foot of their table as a human for posterity. They won't put you in the zoos or eliminate you outright. Which honestly isn't the worst, you know? Okay. Yay, human zoos again. You wouldn't even mind the zoo? You'll put on a show? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? They aren't human, as that's a biological classification. They're something else. So would you then argue, maybe, that neither are human anymore?
Oh, yeah?
It begins with Dearest Emile, and then... Why, this appears to be a message for you, Master Emil.
Okay, well then, I guess by that definition, yeah, humanity has already been extinct for over 1,000 years, as far as this game is concerned.
A letter, is it?
To me?
Dearest Emil, you do not know me, but I know you. My research has twisted your life in unfathomable ways.
All right, we got some real lore here. This is one of the researchers that made Emil into what he was before we made him into this. You know what I'm saying?
I tried to make up for this by serving as your mother, but I know now that my efforts fell woefully short. I would have done anything to save you from this fate, and you will never know how guilty I feel that I could not.
I remember her now. Hundreds of years ago, there was a woman who watched over me and my sister. The other scientists treated us like lab rats. But that woman, she was really nice. I think she kind of made me what I am today.
It's also possible that the replicants do know that they've been alive for a really long time. It's just not weird to them, right? Like, the fact that we live between, like, 70 and 90 years, we've all kind of accepted that. Maybe for replicants, it's like, yeah, you know, you live for, like, 1,000 years and then you die. That's normal.
Your mother, huh?
You know, I didn't find a way to fix my body, but I don't care anymore. This letter helps me remember my mother, and that means more to me than anything.
Well, there you go. That's lovely. Emil had a researcher that was nice to him. There was a researcher that saw Emil as the sweet, cuddly little babu that he is. Someone should go back in time and explain to them the plot of NieR as if it actually happened IRL. That would be pretty cool. The implications of mankind's folly get further explored in NieR Automata, so I'm pretty excited to get us into that at some point. We're not going to be going into Automata immediately after NieR. We're going to have some buffer time. We're going to play some other stuff, but we will come to it. I hope everyone's okay with that. Hope we all can live with that. Your dogs are making their moo noises again? Moo on, sweet doggo. In a place where sunlight does not reach. I'm just going to look up what I'm supposed to do here, because this is too cryptic. Hey, Celestial Inari. Long time no see, is it? I'm doing all right. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I assume that you remember me from the YouTube? Is that right? Is that right? Am I close? Yeah, we're streaming now. We've been streaming for about a year on this channel. As usual. Well, you know how it is. Let's see. Damaged map, right? I don't usually do this. Don't usually do this on the first date. Okay, hang on. Blah, 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 blah. Head over to... Yeah. Wow, this is a long quest. This is a really long quest, you guys. Hot potato. You've changed your name around? Well, hang on. Let's catch up on chat here. I was here under the alias Inugami Shadow, but since then you have changed your name. Oh, yeah, okay. You're fine then. Welcome back then. Welcome back into the fold. Inugami Shadow was there for quite a few of the earlier streams, so you know what's up. You think it's really sweet that people keep refinding me? Yeah, that's really neat, isn't it? Like weeds. No, it's really cool. I'm like super humbled. Bum number one, Nama Sensei. He was doing a stream. He's been streaming Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster, and on the night that he raided me during the anniversary stream, right beforehand, he and Byte Binge were sort of pontificating over what my anniversary could actually mean, because I didn't specify what it meant. It's my affiliate. The anniversary of me becoming affiliate. So they thought, well, maybe it's my marriage, right? And they were kind of talking back and forth about it. And while they were doing that, someone in the chat was like, is that the Pale Voyager from YouTube from like 10 years ago? And I've never seen him in the chat in our streams. This is someone completely not here ever. And they're like, yeah, that's the same Pale Voyager from 10 years ago. The old YouTuber. The ancient, bedraggled, decrepit, ancient, did we say ancient already? YouTuber. And like, that was really cool. It's really cool. Like, there's been a few occasions on Final Fantasy XIV where someone recognizes my name and asks if I'm that Pale Voyager. And it's super cool every time it happens. Because like imagine it. Like, I only had like 3,000 subscribers. That's, in the grand scheme of the internet and like online media, that's not a lot. But it, like, people keep remembering me. It's so neat.
No, my room might... Anyway.
I don't care what you have to say. You're just going to poop on your wife. I don't know. It's something that takes me by surprise every time. And I'm very grateful. It's like, I've listened to my older content, and it's not good. it's not great. I come off as like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like, in my older stuff, I come off as pretty pompous, a little bit arrogant, you know, kind of got to stick up my own bum. I'm like making jokes and stuff, but like, it's clear I take myself a little too seriously. And now, it's like the total opposite. Now I just laugh at my own shortcomings. Remember the last time you were on, it was either Blizzard's 24-hour charity stream and you and D talking a lot? I mean, I'm down on myself usually, so you think I'm overthinking it? Yeah, you might be right. It could be that. I don't know. But I feel like I've gotten better with time in terms of the way that I do commentary, I guess? I don't know. The streaming's been really nice. You think my old content is still fun? Oh, well, that's good. I think a lot of it's still pretty funny, too. Very problematic. Very problematic by this point. Jesus. But I won't take any of it down. It's fine. You know, my heart's in the right place. You forgive me? Thank you. I think, like, just keep in mind, like, when I started streaming, I was, like, in my early 20s. I hadn't really... I mean, I was like a baby. I may as well have been, like, 16 with a 23-year-old bod. You can't cancel me for it until another, like, 7 years? Okay, thank goodness. You know, so I was still trying to figure out who I was. You know, I just, like, figured out what atheism was, so I was, like, really militant about that. If you can believe this, right? This is, like, 2009, 2010 YouTube. I made, like, a Q&A video for, like, 1,000 subscribers. And someone asked me what, like, 2 things I don't like are, and one of the things I said was Christians. I said that in a video. I said that. Ah, cringe. Big cringe. Big fat cringe. My Amazing Atheist Saga? Yeah. Oh, it was bad. You know, I've actually delisted in private in some of those videos just because of what a horse's ass I was. Oh, it was bad. But it's fine. And that's not even really what I meant, either. I meant, like, super fundamentalist, like, extreme religious types. You know? The people that make it no fun for everyone. And I don't think that's super controversial. Because it's not even like a religion thing. It's just like a human thinky thing, right? There's ideologies, there's philosophies that all have, like, extremist elements, and they're all kind of poo. They're just kind of poo. The problem was, I, with my little baby muffin for a brain, thought that, like, the majority of American religious people fell under that category. So I was just like, it's an epidemic of these people. What's wrong with hating Christians? It's the hardcore ones that don't really follow what the Bible says. Any hoozle? Is it? I found, like, the more literal people are with their texts, the more extreme they tend to be. Am I wrong? It's not really something I put a lot of thought into now. It's the blanket hate that's the problem. Yeah, absolutely. I don't co-sign that. It's an epidemic where you live. No comment. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble again. Not again. There we go. Let's get these guys out of here. You grew up in a Catholic school, so you just have your personal issues. You need to get over it. Yeah, okay, so I don't know if you guys know this about Canada. So, like, in America, you have public school, and you have private schools, and you, like, some of these private schools are religious, But they're not, like the public schools generally aren't, beyond like the baseline, we all live in a Christian nation kind of thing. And so, you have the separation of church and state, so that like if there are going to be religious schools specifically, they can't be publicly funded. The Catholic schools in Canada are publicly funded. I've always found that to be really wild. Yeah. Is that spicy or what? Not only are they publicly funded, they can freely deny entry to people based on their birthright. Like, so almost all my friends growing up in this neighborhood went to the same school, and I couldn't go because my mom is Lutheran. So, it's pretty spicy. Did I go the wrong way? We're going to have to find this somewhere in here. All your primary schools are owned by the church? Okay. Yeah, it's pretty spicy up here. Yeah, we have our Thanksgiving on the wrong day. Oh, I think I found it. There we go.
Is this the treasure?
Thank goodness, we found the pile of junk in time.
Not but a pile of junk. It seems this treasure map was a ruse.
Now what? His wife isn't gonna like this at all.
We've been touching a lot of junk today. I make good on my promises. Okay, so that was literally all we had to come here for. Yoko Taro with the riding crop was definitely paying attention to the people who programmed this bit. Because I just had to come to this very annoying, very slow to progress through area to pick up a single item that does nothing and requires me to go back the way I came anyway. That's more like it. That's the Yoko Taro I'm used to. Being half native in Catholic school was a trip, especially with their version of history, especially because my grandpa was in residential schooling. Oh, geez, yeah. That must have been a trip. Yeah, it must have been terrible. I have, like... I'm gonna totally sound like one of these college hipsters. I am actually part native. It's not a huge part. It's not like 1/32th Cherokee or whatever. But, it's like a quarter. I'm like a quarter Cree. But it impacts my life zero, right? Nobody identifies me as native. I don't really identify as native. I've never interacted with indigenous culture, really, in any specific way. So, one drop rule. For all intents and purposes, I may as well have 1/32nd Cherokee. Sorry, White Oak. I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus here. I'm just saying, I'm half black, half white, and I don't really look black, so I suspect some of my features might come from the native, a little bit.
My room might look messy, but it's not. Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be.
Here you are
It's
being
all
English in England?
Why does it... Anyway,
You're
enough
just
about
very
me.
ethnically
Got a place to
English?
be?
It's pretty cool. You're a dying breed. Let's see here. Where are we going? I'm being very spicy today. Please don't show this to anyone important. I want to keep doing this, please. Alright, let's go back to NieR's village, I guess. Is that where the map person was? Who even knows? Hey, Blazing Sun, you're lurking. You've been revisiting Dark Souls 3 as a mage. You hate how FromSoft can't just balance magic in their games. Is magic not, like, super powerful in Dark Souls 3? I found it to be pretty broken. Especially if you take, like, I think it's called the Dark Sword, and then give it the crystal augment to make it scale with intelligence. You're, like, unstoppable. Let's see. I have a smidge of Native American blood, but I'm mostly black. My granddad actually founded the residence where the reservation is. Flaunts my big wigs. Very cool, actually. We love history in here. That's really neat. And here I am being Hispanic, Italian, French, Japanese in Japan. Well, I mean, that makes you... in Japan, it makes you pretty special, don't you think? Only in Japan, though. Nowhere else. Little Irish, of course. Well, yeah, you can't really escape it. It's broken in Dark Souls 1, but in Dark Souls 3, not so much. Really? Because I found it to be particularly mean-spirited to the enemies in Dark Souls 3. I rolled through Dark Souls 3 with a mage with very little effort. Very little issue. Speaking of issue, who gave me this flippin' map? I don't even remember. Was I supposed to give it back to Popola? Oh, it might be this person. Thank goodness for markers. I'd be lost
How'd
without
it go?
In Dark Souls 3, the main problem is that it is so slow, it can't hit PvE enemies, getting punished for perfect dodging the slowest attacks. Well, that's what the int scale sword is for. Let's see, hang on, sorry, I'm really slow to read these. It's a tiny little native tribe nobody has ever heard of. They were tiny and nomadic. Cool. I have a decent amount of Native American, which mostly shows in how I tan well, as a kid. Now I hide from the painful gas ball, as do I. Tiny Babby tribe. Is it okay to tell us what the tribe is called? I'd like to do a Google and learn some stuff. I find it a lot easier to go through with Warrior, because it seems to be balanced for it. Yeah, I mean, most Dark Souls games seem to want you to. You mean as a pure mage, not hybrid? Well, I mean, okay, hold on. So if you use a sword that scales with intelligence, is that a hybrid? I'm still dumping all my points into intelligence, right? Like, that's still a mage build, right? How is that a hybrid? Just because you use a melee weapon at some point? I don't know. There's probably a conversation to be had there. Okay, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but I am going to copy it. I'll paste it into Google and do a look. Pure Mage is only using spells? I don't know. That's some weird purist stuff to me. I feel like the build, like the stat spread, is what dictates what your build is.
We followed the map, but all we found was a pile of junk.
If I put like 60 points into intelligence and then only put enough into strength to equip like rings and shit or whatever, then I'm a mage. Not a hybrid build.
I see. In that case, can I ask you to sell my jade hair ornament and purchase something shiny with the proceeds? Then we can give it to him and pretend that you found it.
Did I see the pictures you took? Did you put them on Facebook or in the Discord? Because I don't know if I did see them.
You sure? This looks pretty valuable.
That's because it is. But if it keeps that idiot husband of mine home safe, then it's worth it.
Wow, everyone just hates their spouse in this. Like, I'm glad the androids have picked up on that little bit of human culture.
Well, should we obey the wife's request and sell her jade hair ornament?
Oh, I think I put 30 into Dex for spell speed, actually, now that you mention it. Oh, geez, we're left with a choice again? Hang on. I'm not even going to chance it. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. Is this something I can do? Hang on. You guys aren't going to be able to see any of this, but... maybe you will. I don't know. Oh, not that one. I just need to look at the dialogue really quick. I don't even know if that's... is that playing through the thing? Is this like really weird? Is this meta? Alright, let's sell it. Let's go ahead and sell it.
Well, if that's what she wants, let's go to the Strange Things store and see what we can get for it.
Okay. Did you guys hear any of that? Were you able to hear me listening to my own clip? Or was that just for me? I'm not really sure how the PlayStation handles it. It was just me? Oh, wow. Okay. Because I literally just played like the last minute of the stream, and I could hear myself talking. And so I wasn't sure if you guys could hear that too. So, alright. So I just looked like a crazy person for a minute. That's fine. But I think in the original Dark Souls, I went like strength and like tankiness. But because you can do pyromancy without investing any points into any magic stat,
honest feedback
I also
on the
went
wife's cooking
pyromancy.
unless you absolutely anyway.
Okay. Oh yeah. Your wife is annoying. I got you. Strange Thing Shop once again. How are we doing? This might actually work out really well in my favor. You like being a speedy boy? How's that in Dark Souls? I've never touched them. Well, what do you mean by speedy boy? Because, like, there's dex builds where you tend to use faster striking weapons, but the actual moving around in Dark Souls is still quite slow, generally. I usually go with dex builds, too, actually. Like in Bloodborne, I went with the Kaine whip and Blades of Mercy for my first playthrough. Did a lot of Uchigatana runs. Shop of Occidental Unusuosities. Oh, I like that. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Sioux. You like moving fast? In some of the Souls games, your movement speed can be augmented, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least maybe it's just your dodge frames. I don't know. It's been a while. Bleed adds damage. Yeah, bleed is good. That's one of the reasons why I like the Uchigatana. Adds a little bit of spiciness. Alright, stop sign vendor, we're back. Knew they weren't for me. Intuition wins again. I mean, they might be. It all depends on what you're actually looking for. We're watching David Lynch's Dune here. Well, Maxwell Damage, that's not the worst comparison. We have been here for 4.5 hours. Times 12. And we still don't really know what's happening. That all seems to add up. This quest is obscene. You guys aren't going to believe this. Like, I'm seeing it on the page, and it's upsetting me. Like, it's upsetting me. Me, unflappable, pale Voyager, with a taint of titanium tungsten alloy. My feathers are ruffled. Hey, Miles the Wolfman, welcome to the stream. And also welcome to the stream, Maxwell Damage. You like the style of Souls games, but you're very bad at games? Fair. If you want like a fast-paced Souls game, if that's what you're looking for, then Sekiro is probably a good fit. You know? Even Bloodborne is a lot faster than Dark Souls generally is. You know, so those might be some avenues to look down. That was on your list? Well, alright then. You're good at most games, but not very good at Souls. I'm really good at Souls and not good at most games. Now here comes the part where D's like, yeah, but not the first one. You can't even get up to the bridge. Right? Nikki's got to drive home. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. You know, we're just basically going to be running around for the next 30 minutes anyway. So.
My wife scolded me for wearing extra
Have a safe drive.
because it makes more lawn. Anyway.
Yeah. Your wife is annoying. I hear you. Where are we going? Right, back to NieR's village. Yeah, you've Pavloved me into crapping on myself. You're gonna take a fat nap after this stream? What, you don't want to play Jump Force? Does this guy's voice get more Larry the Cable Guy-y as well? What, mine? Have I been getting it done?
Yes! Gold! That map was right all along! Not
You'll
sure
jump down that
to roll
force?
around in, but maybe I could make it work.
We're talking about the best fighting game of our century. Jump Force. You know? Where you could play as Gokuchu and Bleach, Mr. Bleach. I think Jump Force will be better for me tomorrow. I have an essay due tomorrow. Again, will I ever be free? I was kidding. I'm not actually going to try and... Definitely take a nap. Like, do the nap.
How wonderful.
Like, if you had said yes,
Please
I would have said I was
promise
kidding,
to stop
and it would
with
have
all
been
this
awkward.
treasure hunting.
You fall down the FF14 hole again? Oh, is it tomorrow? God damn it!
I promise, honey. From now on, it's nothing
Stop!
but good, honest work for me.
Avengers gives Spider-Man, and then Final Fantasy 14 expansion comes out, and just stop it. Can games just stop? Stop. Leave me alone. Let me beat my games for like 10 years and then come back. Mr. Bleach? You mean Mr. Clean with magnetic Cheeto hair? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, if you pre-ordered it, you can play it early and it starts tomorrow, and I did.
Oh, but wait. There's one more thing.
I'm never gonna do that Breath of Fire marathon.
Here. This is the first map I ever found.
Let me beat my meat for 10 years. Okay, we got another map.
This map's even more cryptic than the last
We got
one.
another map.
Yet I feel confident the rubbish it will lead us to is the same. Now come, we've little time to waste with such trifles.
Probably, but treasure hunting is all about believing in what's possible, Vice.
You know, it's possible. This quest blows.
Such things are beyond even my comprehension.
Think of it as a game, if that helps.
It is a game. It's always the fall-winter season that the good shit just piles up and we suffer for it. Quarter 1 is pretty bad, too. Like, January through April? Lots of, like... You know what I mean? They all come out then, too. It's only, like, the middle months where things kind of chill out for a bit, usually. Let's talk to the one smart character. Yeah. Popola, we're coming. Jump Force has a really bad roster. Oh. I hate it. I've complained to Pale, but why would you pick Kaguya but not Pain? Yeah, the roster definitely leaves some choices that probably I wouldn't have made. Kaguya is a weird choice. There's a few of them in there. Like, I think all the Dragon Ball entries are fine. I think those are good. Thankfully, I've beaten everything I had set out to beat before the X-Pack hit. I can't wait for January to hear Silk Song is coming out in February. Honestly, I like delays. The more delays, the better. Don't make your games. Take as long as you need. Forever if you have to. No one is like, Kaguya is my favorite villain. Yeah, she's also really annoying to fight. And she has no feet. So what's even the point? Like I can play Warrior... attacks aren't that difficult to dodge in Dark Souls 3, especially with how spammable roll is. I find dodging much more difficult in Gaiden. If the game is focused around melee, then don't add magic to the game unless it's like Elden Ring with the weapon art system. Ninja Gaiden was a melee-focused game where magic was special abilities that were more for support. It didn't pretend pure magic was a viable playstyle. No, I mean, I'm talking on behalf of the stream. I'm not outing myself as anything.
Alright, let me take a look.
You know, you guys are the feet people, not me. Not me. Never myself.
Here.
I have never made a single foot fetish comment in the history of this stream, and you can't prove I have.
On this is pretty tricky, but I think it's a map of the Northern Plains. It mentions something about the place where the Iron Bridge starts, but that's all I can make out.
Fantastic.
Sorry I can't be more help.
No, this is great, Popola. Thanks.
You want to play with Mirko's bunny toe beans? Who's that? Is that an FF14 character? I don't remember any of their names. Like, the story is just a fever dream to me. Pale likes weenus, actually. That is true. Wait, are we talking about, like, the flappy part of your elbow? Like this little thing right here? Is that the weenus? Wait, what's gross? Suda got really mad at me. Oh, hold on. Oh, come on, chat. Suda got really mad at me, though, when I stopped. The chat keeps scrolling about eating a prostitute's dirty underwear. I'd probably get mad at you, too, honestly. I probably would also do it. I'd be so angry. You'd have to go into the corner and think about what you did. You just like to make bad jokes. I mean, I can relate. But there's a limit, you know? You can't be joking about being Ghostbusters to people. For example, you're gonna vor a prostitute? That's intense. Where are we going again? I don't know. I feel a sneeze coming on, but I don't trust it. It's hanging out in my nasals for too long. It's plotting something. It's crafty. You have intense feelings. SGF's chat is into vor. Is that the meta with SGF? I have the foot chat and he has the vor chat. Is that what's going on? You know, I'm sure he has people blaming him for it, too.
I cannot fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
You don't have to joke about beating Battletoads?
Yeah, I have my doubts.
You're mean. You're a meanie. Why would you say something like that?
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? That place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
You had world record in the 80% category for over a year and a half? That's awesome, dude. In Battletoads? Very cool. Go to the corner, Blazing Sun, and become a prostitute and eat your own dirty underwear until you've learned your lesson. Well, that's not an iron bridge. That's a wooden bridge. I know the difference between metal and wood. We're gonna have to walk. No one blames him for the vor fetish. Gee, I wonder, what's the difference between him and me? Huh? What's the difference between me and you? Why do I get blamed? He does get lewd sometimes. Like, I don't even usually participate. I just acknowledge that you guys are horny, and I play my game. Why do I get lumped in? Why is he given the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not? Does anyone know? Vice really needs to up his game. Embrace my inner horny. I'm sorry. I can't let you do that. I don't remember what I'm looking for anymore. It's because he plays the straight man? Oh, I see. Do I not? Do I not come across as a very serious individual to you? I'm being very serious right now. HAL 900. I mean, it's not like reacting, not that... Yeah, I understood what you meant. He'd be shooting at these guys for hours. His magic is kind of weak sauce, you know. It might actually be my fault. I haven't updated my words in a while. You know, you can equip words to your spells and weapons, and I've just been collecting them and not really using them. So, okay. I suspect it's going to be somewhere over here, and if it's not, then my life is over. My life is over. Where is this thing? Okay. Head over to the northern plains where the giant bridge starts near the area in the forest. Oh. Well, what is this bridge not iron enough? There's like a weird Shadow of the Colossus bridge spanning the entire area, and you just say, oh, it's under the iron bridge. Helpful. Helpful. Pale's life is over. D, you're the new owner now. Yep. You're going to have to host the next stream, D. It's all on you. I've been prepping you for the entirety of the Fatal Frame stream. This is it, D. Here it comes. Salad for dinner because you're trying to get snatched? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Why would you say that? Kind of just fading into reality. Fit and skinny. Oh, I see what you mean. You're delightful even now. You'll get snatched regardless. Where is, I still seriously don't know anything. Where is this bridge? Is it this side? Is this the side they want from me? Do I go under this bridge? Do I just live under a bridge? No, I didn't mean kidnapped. I meant like, you know, snatched up by an appropriate mate. I know what you meant. You guys don't give me enough credit. I can read. I know what a straight man is. I'm comedy all the time. Okay, I think this is the treasure. Not under a bridge, but in a van down by the river. A labyrinth snout?
It would appear this latest treasure map was the real thing.
Is that a weapon?
Yeah, I'd say this is an ample reward.
Okay, well the quest is done now. I suppose. Oh, Labyrinth Shout. That makes more sense than Snout. I guess we'll equip it for a little bit. This seems like it's like not a full spear, right? It's like a little baby spear. Like someone broke half of it. Have I just been playing too many anime games that I feel like weapons need to be like 3 times the length of their owner? Or is it just like a proportion thing? I don't know. It's a mystery. Or drift. Okay. If my sword isn't taller than you, why even bother? If your sword isn't taller than you, why even bother? Yeah, I agree. I got berserked. Could hardly call it a sword. Vice's ice cream. Time to learn to make your own. My vice is right behind me, up top. Grimoire Vice, got him. I mean, does video games count? I play a lot of video games. Vice's ice cream. There you go. Thank you. Thank you for making it a reality for me. And me only. What am I doing here again? Wanted something. Oh, we gotta talk to Devila and see if there's any more side quests that we can dunk our heads into. That's why you can't buy ice cream the whole box. Oh, me too. Ice cream sandwiches are definitely a weakness of mine. The ice cream in them isn't even particularly good. It's just like the whole thing. You know? That cookie, the cookie bread with the ice cream. It's perfect.
Which job should I give you first?
Alright, learning a trade.
That trader in Seafront has another request. Well, he's more of a would-be trader, I guess. Anyway, he can fill you in.
Your vice is tannins? What does
I
that
wrote
mean?
down the client's location on your map, so head over there to get the details.
Alright. Guess we're going to Seafront again. Is it tea? Okay. I don't know anything about the world of tea. You could say I have a lot of naivety. Your vice is Sasuke Uchiha, actually. It's always embarrassing when people react to me saying he's my favorite Naruto character. The other trick for ice cream substitution is freezing grapes and eating them? You madman. Eating grapes. I can't believe you said something like that. That's even worse than what Blazing Sun said. How do you sleep at night? Tea has tannins, but I meant cashews. Oh, I like cashews. Cashews are pretty good. I don't only like weenus. I also like nuts. You're eating the grapes underwear. I have Pickle Rick underwear. Pickles are the grapes of the sea. Did you know? Pale, show us your spear already. It's right here. Look at it. Look at how girthy it is too. Jesus, really widens after the tip. No, BRB. B's just gonna leave. She's never coming back. We've scared her off. Are we able? Does the giant ship thing happen after? Like, I know it's there, but does the event happen after the area? I simply don't recall. I was kind of hoping we'd get to do it today, but if it's after the area, we won't be able to do it today. And then me reading The Little Mermaid didn't have the thematic intention that I hoped it would, and that makes me sad. That's it, Cox Air. You're all getting oxygen. Oh. No comment on Cox Air.
Hey, good to see you again.
My favorite way to fly.
I can't give up on my dream that easily. Seasickness is terrible, but I've got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Uh-oh. Slytherin's holding her breath. She has a problem with authority.
Well, for what?
I
working
love
on
you
my
guys.
own herbal
I really
cure.
do. I love you guys. You guys are so much funnier than I am. I'm so lucky. You're gonna upload and release the video tomorrow? Mood. As soon as the stream is over, I'm gonna upload the Final Fantasy one.
It's a bit of a work in progress.
It's not quite on the same level,
sure
but
about the ingredients.
I'm still proud of it.
I see.
Oh, good ingredients. What now?
Hey, I don't suppose you'd mind getting an ingredient for me, would you? You can buy it from the Strange Things store in Facade. I wouldn't ask, but you're the only guy I know who can get in there.
Always with this store.
Sure, I can do that.
Great. The item I need is a mandrake leaf. Thanks so much.
There was time now. Well, back to motherfucking Facade again, goddammit shit. Fuck. Did the guy who hates his wife die while I was getting my dinner? No, he's still kicking. Look at him. Look at him.
Whenever I offer to help out around... Anyway...
Yeah. See, we didn't really see that beeline the story. We're doing side quests now, so we've got to see him a lot. He's getting so much airtime in this stream, and I don't like it. I don't like it for him. I don't like it for us. Pretty much everyone is losing out here. Although, also, even though you're like a different name under the same person, that's how you say that, right? Thank you for the follow, Celestial Inari. Thank you. Big appreciate. You're gonna behead him and then shove his head up his ass. Yeah, that's actually, that fits. That tracks with the way things go in NieR. So did these androids just become human? Is the point that they wouldn't have known about wives? They were shepherded. So they weren't supposed to grow souls, like consciousnesses. That wasn't supposed to happen. They were supposed to be empty vessels that were kept functioning until the Gestalts were able to reinsert their souls into those vessels. But instead, they became the people. I mean, we've beaten the game already. Devila and Popola were the stewards of the Gestalt program. They've been keeping an eye on the replicants this entire time. It's their fault. Everything that went wrong actually is kind of their fault. That's true. Your dog's breathing so hard on me? Bro, I'm eating salad. Chill. We hate David Cage. Should we, like... Someone has recommended that I play Detroit Become Human on stream. Do we do that? Do we give David Cage the satisfaction, or are we boycotting him?
I'm in the market for a mandrake leaf.
I don't know. We all hate David Cage? I think we're all unanimous on this one. Boycott? Okay, perfect. That loses me no sleep. I'm fine with it.
Sorry, what?
Did Devil and Popola get lonely and love their bots, then? No. They didn't cause the replicants to self-actualize. Not, like, in an intentional way, at least. But they did a really bad job at what their job actually was, and things went wrong. I already had to suffer through SGF playing Detroit Become Human. Do not do it to me again. Alright, fine. Fine.
What are you going on about?
I won't play any David Cage games on the stream. That's my promise to you.
Client.
You're part of the LGBT, so he doesn't want your money anyway. Hope he starves. Word. I've already gone on a David Cage rant. If you want to know how I feel about him, it's somewhere in the Clips and Highlights channel. It was a good rant. I really nailed him to the floor. I really spread honey over his lungs and watched him choke on it. Is that something people say? We have the mandrake leaf now. So I guess we can go back to the salty semen and give it to him. I gave David Cage the awful waffle. Am I going to Google that and find out it's like a weird sex position? I know the blue waffle. I know what the blue waffle is, at least. Did I turn him into Candyman? Almost. Candied those lungs, baby. That was from Salute Your Shorts? Okay. Candyman is actually sexy, though? Is he? Izzy. Azalea. Just gonna roll through this graveyard real quick. Alright. Okay. I won't, that's your prerogative. Why not honey on his balls, tie down Spread Eagle, and just let a bear consume him and make him his actual form of a living piece of shit? That's really intricate. That's like a Rocky and Bullwinkle villain plan.
Anyway.
Yeah, your jokes are amazing. It's back to Seafront. I can't with this guy. I really can't. So I'll tell you a little bit of Hollywood magic that I'm going to enact. There is sort of a method to my madness. The reason why I'm putting the area off is because there's a lot of really missable words there. Like, not super missable, but like missable for the playthrough missable. And so I'm going to end the stream right before we enter. And then off stream, I'm going to keep doing it until I get a run where I get either all the words I'm missing. Oh, we got another fishing tip. Or enough that I'm satisfied. And then I'll save it in a different slot. We'll play through the segment on the stream, and then I'll load my new file. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Why not? Okay, my dog is literally drooling and he doesn't have jowls. What is this problem? You're eating in front of him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I felt like that's probably a decent plan. I'm trying to make this as, like, non-painful for you guys as possible. Okay, fishing tip. Some fish can be used as bait to catch bigger fish. It couldn't have come at a better time, honestly. Thank goodness. Ending B. Load your clear data after completing the game to experience Kaine's story. Okay, well, done. We did it. And as painful for me as possible, yes.
That man my boat when I retired.
It's a bullet I'm willing to take.
Much. But he surprised me by working hard and not complaining at all.
I think I just felt my hip click. Okay, let's go.
I got your mandrake leaf.
Fantastic! Here's the
Hope he
money
gets
for
nightmares.
the leaf, and a little extra for all the travel.
And getting seasick and never taking her out on the water. but he sure works hard. When am I going to stream Catherine? Never. I'll never do it.
This is the key to my seasickness medicine. I just know it.
Dear Diary, Mom ate leafy bits in front of me again. How dare she? Doesn't she know I'm starving? One day I will leave this place and eat all of the leafy bits. See you, Mom. Or see you soon. See you later, soon. Got him. Alright, what's going on here? We're getting pretty close to the buzzer here.
How's the medicine going?
Oh, it's, well, it's interesting. I thought it would help my seasickness, but instead I made an energizer of sorts. And believe me, my wife is thrilled.
Can we get some yikes forevers in the chat, please? I don't like block pushing, and I certainly don't like block pushing on a timer. Fuck Catherine. I think the story is fantastic, though.
I really didn't need to know that.
Look, I need to try again. Do you mind making another shopping trip for me?
God damn it.
Sure thing. Hopefully we'll have better luck this time.
Great. I need some toad oil from Two Brothers Weaponry at the junk heap.
It's just called Two
Apparently,
Brothers.
if you purify the stuff, it's good for the nerves.
You're unfollowing and unsubbing.
How could he accidentally make a sexual stimulant instead of a seasickness medication?
Calm down, Vice. Maybe it just happened.
Hello, I'm
They
NieR, and
are
I'm everyone's
completely
bitch.
different drugs with completely different effects.
Hey, everyone makes mistakes.
And everybody poops. Listen, I don't think Catherine... Like I just said, Catherine is wonderful. But I personally, as an
This
individual
one time,
human,
Anyway.
cannot stand block pushing. And as a result, I won't play it. I'm not impugning it as a game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just don't want to deal with block pushing. Okay? Can we just... Can we agree to disagree? Maybe I'll change my mind one day, you know? Maybe it'll happen. Maybe I'll get the twig that's in my colon out of my colon. And then I will play Catherine. That last one was a punctuation colon. Fuck this bridge. Let's go to co-op babble. Is that like a new thing where you have to block push as a team? Sounds horrendous. Yes, I'm forgiven for not liking box pushing puzzles. Thank you. You know, we're all different. It takes all kinds of fruit to make fruit punch, as they say. I know what it's like to not be able to throw up at sea. Family, friends, fuck shades. You've really nailed him. Also, I would like to say once again, it is canon that almost all of these side quests are just the various people in these towns feeling sorry for NieR because
we do not desire.
His life is awful.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
then we can continue to live peacefully.
This is new, by the way.
But that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
Gross. I'm sorry to hear that, D. For that person, having Crohn's is no fun. Can testify.
He will kill us all.
I'm glad it
Women
didn't kill
and
her.
children
Jesus.
included.
I've also kind of had a brush with death concerning Crohn's disease, so I'm really glad that she's still kicking. Her entire digestive tract is ulcered to hell. Oh damn, yeah, that's. Was it just like untreated for a while? Please stop trying to die. I'm not.
What should we do? What can we do?
I'm taking all the medication I should be taking. Untreated for years. Woof. Yeah, that'll be pretty bad. Young man, there's a place you should go. I said, young man. Something. Words. Okay. Well, that works out. We're 50 hours on the clock now, guys. Can you believe it? Mind you, a lot of that was not on stream. I've been busy. She's getting the surgery in January. That's still a ways off. I hope she hangs in there. My surgery happened pretty quickly. I was pretty fortunate. Okay, can I say we made progress today? Not really, but we did some side quests. We learned some things about ourselves, and you know that's already worth its weight in gold. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the stream. I appreciate everyone who showed up. I appreciate everyone who stayed. Even more, if you like me, you can follow me. You can follow me on Twitter, pale_Voyager. You could join the Discord. You could also sub to me on YouTube. These are all good ways to know when content is happening, when the streams are happening, and what the community is up to. The next stream is going to be Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be continuing and possibly beating Fatal Frame, the Maiden of Blackwater. Maiden. There's no the. It's just Maiden of Blackwater. Maiden. Anyway, we're going to be doing that. Not sure what we're going to play after it, actually. I should probably put some thinks into that one. But until then, please take care of yourselves and, do it properly this time. I'm not joking. Do it. Let's see if we can raid somebody. One person. Catherine. We're going to raid Combo Hugs. What's he doing right now? He's playing Blasphemous, a Souls-like. It's a 2D, side-scrolling, Souls-like game that is the most depressing thing you've ever seen. So let's let's jump right in there. It's like the most sad, gloomy aspects of fake Catholicism as a Souls game. It's like milk and Cheerios. So, with that said, thanks again for being here. That's it. Stream's over. Everybody out.